Cybernation uncensored.
Hey, everyone can see us in here. Well, hopefully they can hear us and see us.
Hello.
Yeah, everybody in chat, let us know if anybody's muted, anybody's frozen, any glitches like that, and we'll try to get it fixed right away. Sometimes that shit happens. But yeah, I can see everyone, I can hear everyone, so I'm good to go. Let's do our thing. This is our monthly Dune 2D20 gameplay. We do pretty much the last Sunday of every month. Sometimes we throw in an extra one if we've got a makeup date or so. But yeah, you can count on it on the last Sunday of every month right here. Before I get into a recap on what the team has been up to and what this team is about and all that stuff, let's pause for a moment and do like we always do. Let's take a moment to go around the table. Everyone introduce yourself, let people know where they can find you online, and introduce your character as well. Tracy, start it off.
Hello, everybody. I am Tracy, also known as Miss Magitech on the internet. I stream tabletop games like several nights a week. I am a huge fan of Dune, and I'm very happy to be playing more Dune, especially Bene Gesserit, because they are my favorite aspect of Dune. So I am very... Oh, I gotta get my book, too. Before I forget, I can get my book. But I am playing Yuffie, Sister Yuffie. She is a Bene Gesserit scholar, very much about knowledge, trying to be as studious as possible, kind of getting to know more of like the lore aspect of just the sisterhood and in general serving our house. So yeah, that's who I'm playing. That's me.
Nice. Ellen.
Hello, I am Ellen, or if you follow me on Twitter, I am Ellen K Graham1, where I do hot nerd stuff. Me playing Switch in my bathtub, and everyone roasting me in the comments, saying that I'm gonna drop it one day. I'm never gonna drop it. These hands are dry as. So come say hi to me on Twitter. I am also a creator and performer for the variety TTRPG podcast Roll to Cast, which has been Annie nominated for Best Podcast. So we'll find out next week at Gen Con. Not that I'll be there, but I'm sure some very cool cats will be. Shout out to Rocket and Rob, you lucky bastards. But have a look out for that. I'll drop the stream and the deets for if we emerge victorious. So it's very exciting. But if you would like to listen to a variety actual play podcast, start with Roll2Cast. Our latest season is Avatar Legends, but each season is a different game system with an original story, a full soundtrack, and just tight editing. 30-minute episodes. So come say hi, come check it out, like and subscribe. All that good stuff. We also have a YouTube channel where we do a monthly live stream. Yesterday, we did one with creator of Kids on Bikes, Doug Lewandowski, which was super fun. We played Teens in Space, so go check out the video for that. And I am playing Sister Anaya, who considers herself the blade of the household, stern and willing to do whatever it takes for the Bene Gesserit.
Oh yeah, Jess.
Hello. I'm Jess. You can find me at Rising Valkyrie on Instagram. I am a Brit. Maybe not your favorite, but I exist. And my just like my Twitter, that also exists, but pretty much just tumbleweeds and crickets. So enjoyed that ? Yeah, I'm just chilling, having fun, enjoying this the presence of this amazing lot every month. And hopefully will be an interview posted on Instagram at some point on the Women of D&D about me, weirdly, strangely. But yeah, keep your eye out. And today I'm playing, if I remember my own character's name, that'd be great, wouldn't it? Sister Lorella, the Cavalry, aka the Cavalry. She is an assassin / rogue / badass.
Nice. Rocket.
100%.
Hello, everyone. I am Rocket Fox, your second favorite person. I do have to say, the Cavalry is one of my favorite people, so I'm just, but yeah, you can find me in all the places where Rocket Foxes can be found. But next week, that is in fact going to be at Gen Con, where there might be on Thursday a little bit of live stream with Jan, Rob, and myself. And later that evening, I'm actually going to be doing a live play with Cobalt Press, where we're going to be showing off a little something new for 5e. And otherwise, I also have what has been some crickets going on in my Twitch, but hopefully planning the comeback there, as well as on the podcast, Fantastically Strange. There's still a lot of content there, so check it out. And today, I am playing Sister Insaya, who she is a consort, and the more that we've been playing, the more I've discovered she just has no patience. Like, I don't know if she ever had patience, but she is done. She's just constantly done.
I mean, it's a hot planet. Some people get...
She does not like the heat.
Yeah, some people get antsy when it gets too hot, myself included.
I feel that.
Nice. And I think the title didn't update. Or no, maybe it did it. No, it didn't update. That doesn't. That's very upsetting. Okay.
Aw.
Yeah, because I just saw in the chat someone was like, "This isn't Team Nevermore," and I'm like, "No, it's not." And I totally updated.
What is it?
The stream info. Let me,
that happens to me sometimes, and it's so annoying.
Yeah,
I hate when that happens.
I'm gonna at least just put a quick one up here, just for people that tune in, and so they're not confused. I'll obviously get that updated a little better after the stream. But yeah, I absolutely put that up. In fact, the description's there that went out, but the title didn't update. That's crazy. I guess that happens sometimes. Okay, but whatever. I updated it now. Hopefully everyone can see that. Don't be confused. This is definitely Dune, not Cyberpunk.
No,
Red.
be confused.
Yeah,
be confused.
Fuck it. Be confused. Shake your fist. Yell at the sky. Do what you need to do. But yeah, hey, I'm Rob Mulligan. I'm the game master here for this gameplay, but I'm also the founder of Cybernation Uncensored. We're your one-stop shop for anything sci-fi, dystopian, future, cyberpunk style stuff. Check it out. Lots of gameplay, tutorials, streams, tons of content. I would really appreciate the follow and the subscribe here on Twitch, also on YouTube, as well as, take a moment and share this link out. We're here live on Twitch. We would appreciate the help spreading the word. Put it on Twitter, on Facebook, Instagram, anywhere that you're online, and just let people know that we're live playing some Dune. We would love the support. Aside from that, let me take a moment to give a shout out to my supporters on Patreon, and then I just have a couple announcements and we'll get into it. Shout out to all my supporters there. You all are the fuel on my fire. I can't thank you enough. I do this because I love it, but it's because of you that I feel validated, and I just keep going, trying to do more and more. So I really appreciate all of you. Kevin Moreno, Joseph Holder, Naomi Madlass, William Huddleston, Jamie Minch, John Erfurt, Leaded Coffee, Michael Edmonds, a.k.a. Kira, Chris Anderson, Matt James, GM Reservoir Panda, Roten, a.k.a. Renegade 420, Revolver Gray, Samurai Mac, Steve Barr of Sirenscapes. Sirenscapes an official sponsor here at Cybernation Uncensored. Shout out to Sirenscape. Love that. Zeno, Zach, GM Capricious Nature, who runs our Fallout Fridays. Cyber Smiley, Raven, Andy Stretton, Copious Salt, Derek Lawrence, Daniel Terry, Alex Maxwell, Nicholas King, and Tracy, a.k.a. Stink Palm. Seriously, thank all of you for supporting me and being on Patreon. It means so much to me. Couple announcements I want to make. Rockhat mentioned we're going to be at Gen Con. I'm going to be at Gen Con at the Sirenscape booth 1740. Going to stream live on that Thursday instead of our typical Sirenscape Cyberpunk Red gameplay. And Rocket's going to stop by the booth. Hopefully, we'll just give our first impressions on Gen Con, do a little live stream, actually hanging out in person. Haven't hung out with people in person in a long time. I'm not sure how to act or what to do. What do you do when you hang out in person? Do you hold hands and sing and dance?
Start screaming.
Yeah, that's what I'm
in their face.
I'm trying to figure it out, but we'll figure it out. We'll see what happens. We'll hopefully act appropriate. Won't embarrass ourselves too much, but we'll see. But yeah, stop by the booth 1740. I'm also filming for a docu-series while I'm there, doing a couple interviews and stuff. So if you're a streamer, you're in the game industry, you have anything to contribute to that sort of content, stop by the booth, hit me up. Maybe I can get you an interview or slip you in that docu-series and get you in that episode. Aside from that, check out CybernationUncensored.com. The Kickstarter ended, and we're officially launching the products on the site now. We've started with the magnetized miniatures. We have the 5-pack and the booster pack. This is what the 5-pack looks like. The booster pack is a sort of blister. But if you check it out, ignore this sample thing here. That's just because this is my sample pack. But out of the magnetized minis, if you buy the 5-pack and the booster pack combined, you end up with over 176,000 combinations. So you can imagine your typical old school, it's not your grandma's mini. You can actually evolve your mini like you evolve your character. So as the look changes, you want to change out weapons and the helmet, the backpack, different things, like we have it. And we've got more booster packs in different series. These are just the first volume. So there's more coming very soon, as well as an option where you can have your own face and head as one of the magnetized heads on your mini. So we're working on all kinds of cool stuff. So check out cybernationuncensored.com and check out those magnetized minis. Let me get into a little recap on this team and the last session, and then we'll dive right in. This is Team Witches. It's a full cast of Bene Gesserit. They all work for the Reverend Mother. Let me make sure I get the name right. The Reverend Mother, Faunus Amelia Laraib. And they basically carry out missions for her while also maintaining their house. They run a house with Maria, what was it? Duchess Maria. Yeah, Duchess Maria.
Yes.
And they run their house basically, to keep it going, but it's a bit of a front for the team because ultimately they're out running these missions for the Reverend Mother behind scenes. And the current one, they got to find a Canley list. A Canley list is basically a list of sort of espionage, assassination attempts and spy battle sort of stuff, which is accepted in the world of Dune. It's kind of a forum of battle between houses, and they kind of claim this sort of attack from house to house, and it kind of makes this Canley list. Well, there's this underground Canley list that's supposed to be sold off in a black market of these unreleased Canley attempts and submissions for the Canley list, and they basically have to find this list and bring it to the Reverend Mother. It's in Carthage somewhere. The Reverend has set up for them to, as far as there's a Colosseum in Carthage, and for the week they're doing battles, and the team is putting on a show. Part of their house thing is they do theater work. That's their main resource, or their main, what's the word? We went over that last time too.
Sport.
Not resource. With the house, it's called.
Yes, there's a word.
Yeah, well, it's House
I think
Sonara.
Domain? It's domain.
Domains, thank you.
Domain,
Yeah, we did that last
yes.
time. I couldn't remember the name. But yeah, their main domain is
It's these notes.
exactly House Sonara,
I don't
and
do it for my health.
they do theater work as their main domain. Their secondary domain is basically coffee. But yeah, they're putting on a theater show for the next week at the end of each day of battles in the Gladiator Coliseum. And that basically gets them into the city, because the Reverend Mother said, hey, the Canley list is somewhere in Carthage, find it, and, I can get you into the city, you're performing this, you're putting on this show for the next week. So the team has gone around, they've went to the market, put on a show, they got to invite some nobles to their after party after the first night premiere, so they can kind of mingle and try to find out some info. I think they got some guys from the slums that are, couldn't find out any info, but they said, a list like that would be sold in a black market of some type, but we have no idea, and we're not part of that or whatever. But they did intimidate those guys to the point where they're willing to do things for the team in the future. It seems like they've got these couple little slum guys kind of on their belt now.
Willing to.
Well, yeah, it might be some dice rolls, but we'll see. But yeah, the team. They found out that, there's some type of black market that's going to be selling off this Canley list sometime over the next week. The Reverend Mother also had mentioned that as well. And yeah, they've invited nobles back to the after party so they can do their first night show the following night, and then maybe mingle with some of these nobles, see if they can find out any info on where this black market is and how this works, and this Canley list and such. And there's a lot more details than that. I recommend everybody check out the previous sessions on the Cybernation Uncensored YouTube channel. We have all the VODs right there. Other than that, were there any key points that I forgot that I should mention, or did I cover everything pretty well?
So you pretty much got it.
Okay,
We've got
cool.
2 -2s that were carried over for this
Nice.
session because they were gifted to us at the kind of before the cutoff point. So
Okay. Perfect.
that's my biggest note. That's like underlined of like, don't let Rob forget.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah, you've got those two, and just to tell chat, check out those bit points. You can spend them to reward the team -2s. Keep in mind, you don't want to do +2s. This isn't Cyberpunk. This is a 2d20 system, so you want to do -2s to help the team.
Unless you
want
wanna
to help
help
me. Yeah, if you want to help me with the NPCs
Whoa,
and conflict,
I don't know anything about
you
that.
want to cause a little conflict for the team? Absolutely. Give me that +2. Oh, look, Stink Palm just gave you a -2, so there you go. You got another one.
Oh,
Um,
bless. There you
and
go.
yeah, basically the team we left off. Lorella got into a club where she mingled with some. There's another +2 and a -2. Thank you. Lorella's
Oh
hitting
God.
me
Oh
up,
God.
causing a little conflict. And yeah, ultimately the team. Lorella got into this club. She mingled with some nobles, invited them out. Got a little sticky with the security, but she worked it. She got by one of them, then convinced some of the nobles to kind of pay off the guy and work it in. Got her friends in, and it was kind of the end of the night on that night, and y'all were able to hang out in the VIP room, have some drinks. I think Insaya almost started dancing with some drunk girl. I don't think she wanted to, but
She
the
did not.
Drunk girl wanted
The
to.
drunk girl wanted to
Yeah.
dance, but
but yeah, you're all hanging out in the VIP, and you were able to kind of recap the things that happened, inviting nobles. Yuffie and I and Isaiah were telling Lorella what happened with them, and vice versa, and you kind of recapped. I think we did all the recap on the end of the last session, so there's not much we need to recap, and I just kind of did it myself too before we got started. So what I'd like to do, unless there's anything you want to do in the club at the end of the night, I'd like to streamline us, back to the hotel and kind of end the night over there, if that's okay.
Does anyone else remember the name of that house, by the way? Did anyone write that down?
Oh, I
The
did.
one that was
Yeah.
likely to have a canon list? Yeah, okay, thank you.
Was it House
Banter?
Estil
No,
Patisse?
it was House Banter. Was
Oh
one that
yes,
was.
House Banter.
They
who
were
are enemies
worried.
of Case.
House Case
yeah.
is their beef.
Yeah, when you mentioned it to them, they didn't know anything about it, but they were definitely interested. Like, oh, well, if you find that, please let us know if we're on it, because we've heard rumors that House Case has been after us, and like nothing has been official.
Right.
But if there's an unofficial candy list, please let us know if we're on that.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah, so you know that they're a little bit interested in it, but yeah, you also met House Esto Platis, Fran and Utley, and House Zanir, Warren, House Mantle. You met Ben. I think that those are who were at the marketplace. But yeah, all of them are going to attend the event and the after party, as well as others and things I'm sure are going to be at the after party. But at least you've made some direct contacts with these, so you can kind of speak some more, question, and try to get more information out of them. Maybe mingle, things like that when the time comes. But yeah, you all had some drinks. You had a good time at the club. It was a successful day out in Carthog. Your first official night out as a team and on this mission. So you enjoyed yourself for the night, and now you head back to the hotel. You make your way in. You can see that. Let me see if I got. Yeah, Hotel Zanzibar. Yeah, and Yasir is down there as you come in, and he just greets you as you make your way up to your rooms. And yeah, you're up in your rooms. You've got those 2 queen-size beds. I know Lorella kind of planted some hidden knives. I think you had like a teddy bear knife at one point. Remind me of that. Didn't you have?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
You had weapons planted around.
What was his name? His name was was it Rupert?
Oh yeah.
Something like that.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh.
That's right. That's right.
So funny.
So yeah, you all get back to the hotel room and wind down. Settle in for some sleep. The next day you pretty much need to meet up with Duchess Maria. Make sure all the performers are set up. The events at the Coliseum start fairly early. There's fights all day and afternoon and evening, and then after that ends, you're to perform your first performance. You're at the end of the event, and then your after party. But yeah, as you all are winding down and kind of, just little late night pillow talk conversation and falling asleep and just settling in, I would like to know a couple things here. Do you consider your character an easy sleeper, a light sleeper? Would they fall asleep fast? Would it take them a while? Like, tell me a little bit about the personality of characteristic of your character when it comes to sleeping and stuff like that.
Do we have an
Go
order?
No, I would prefer if everyone would speak at once, please.
Okay.
Here we go.
Let's go.
No, let's start with
Good
let's start with Yuffie. How is Yuffie? She's kind of an intellect, a consort a bit. How do you picture Yuffie would be?
I think she's a heavy sleeper, and she goes to sleep pretty easily. It doesn't take long. She puts her head on the pillow, and then she kind of drifts off. So I don't think she has a problem sleeping. She gets good
rest.
sleep.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't imagine her sisters do, but we'll see.
Yeah. No, I like that. That makes sense to the character. What about Anaya?
I believe she's a light sleeper. Yeah, she's always on the lookout for any kind of sign of disturbance. And she might try and like leave some candles burning as a kind of meditative thing to try and like wind down, but also to have some dim light if she needs to suddenly wake in the middle of the night.
Nice. Well put. What about Lorella?
I feel like trying to be disciplined in herself. I feel like she would use and abuse the Prana Bindu just to kind of control her state. Like, she's not quite sleeping, but she is at the same time. Like, she just has her eyes closed. As soon as she hears like a pin drop, I feel like her eyes would just shoot open. And then but then every so often, let's say about maybe one day a month, she gets into a deep sleep. And that's when she has like the kicking fits in her sleep.
That's where she thrashes.
She has she has REM sleep once a month.
Yeah.
Sounds like me.
She has one.
Nice. What about Insaya?
That sounds about right.
Yeah, I think that she is a light sleeper in that if something happens, she'll wake up right away for it. I feel like that's pretty consistent for the sisters. But she also she can fall asleep real fast, real easy. She does not have trouble with that.
Nice. Well, yeah, then you all settle in and we'll say, Yuffie falls asleep fairly quick and easy, and Saya falls asleep fairly easy. Lorella does her, half sleep sort of, assassin sleep sort of thing. She's asleep, but eyes closed. But in Saya, Lorella, very easy to wake up, to a noise or something like that, whereas Yuffie is a little bit of a deeper sleeper. And Naya falling asleep, but maybe taking a little bit longer, kind of getting into that meditative state and going. And what I'd like to do is get Anaya and Lorella to give me a check. This is going to be a difficulty of 2. So difficulty of 2. And let's do...
Oh, no.
Let's do understand.
See, I thought this was just a nice icebreaker question about sleep. No, there was a motive behind this.
Oh, it's an understand?
Well, it could be... understand makes the most sense because of what this is visually and stuff. So let's go with understand.
Oh, what is visually?
We'll soon find out, won't we? Ooh.
Do we have to claim the -2s, or can we apply them after the fact?
If you use a -2 after, it's at double the cost. That's a little homebrew I do with my games.
Yeah,
so if you want to use a -2, use it before. Otherwise, you got to do a -4 for a -2 after. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like my understand is not the least of my skills, but it's certainly not up there.
And this is difficulty of 2, and
So I don't.
But
know.
also remembering that momentum doesn't move on past a scene. So if you do have any momentum built up, which I don't think any carried over any of that, but I'm just stating this for the fact. Remember to use those up per scene, and then remember that chat regularly rewards -2s. So you could use them up, or you could save them. That's just kind of a guess, Yeah. But difficulty of 2.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna take 2. Y'all, if no one has any conversion to that,
Go for it.
I don't want to get attacked in my sleep.
Go for it.
Agreed.
And then let me know too if anybody has a focus in understand, because remember we kind of figured out the focus increasing that critical success rate. Range.
I have a deductive reasoning, which could work.
Absolutely. No, absolutely. That's under your. That's for your understand.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Then
deductive reasoning.
Yeah, let's go with if you get a 1 through 4, you get a critical success, not just a 1.
So I'm gonna roll with the juicy of the drive of truth. Seems to make sense.
Yeah, I was gonna do the same. I was gonna do truth too.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
If that's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and once this, like I said, this is a little visual thing. I'll get into a moment. I'd like you to do the roll, but all that makes sense to me. Let me bring up the dice on the overlay too, so everyone can see.
Oh, okay. Yeah. With my the -2, the 2 -2, I can make that 2 success.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
What did I
Thanks,
get? What did I get? What did I get? What did I get? Oh god, I
You
didn't
got 2
see.
successes.
Hey, you got
Yeah,
2
2
successes
Did
as well. Nice.
Let's go!
Okay, very cool.
Wait.
So both of you, as you're starting to fall asleep, Anaya, and you're kind of getting in that meditative state, you hear and see right in, let me, I should have backed up because I think we went over this in the first thing, but please remind me, where is everyone sleeping? I know we have the 2 beds, and it's 2 person per. You've got the door you come in, the beds are on the right, coming out from the wall, and then there's that window on the far side. Where is everyone sleeping in what order? I can't remember if we did. I think we
I
did
was
decide that
closest to
before.
the door.
That's right.
We
Lorella
I'm
did.
closest to the door for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. I might be closest to the window, I think.
I think
Protecting.
Inside called not sleeping with the cavalry.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't want that one night of REM sleep, you never know.
She kicks hard.
And then Yuffie,
Yeah.
Yuffie on the inside of the bed with Anaya then.
Yes.
Who's over by the window.
Yes.
All right, that makes sense.
Right.
Cool. Then yeah, as you're laying there, Anaya, you notice kind of in between the beds on the wall where there's this kind of big painting. You can see like it has dunes, and it's more of like art deco kind of like impressionist style painting where it's not exact. It's kind of like interpretive, So you can see kind of like the dunes and like worm outlines in it. But what kind of strikes you now as you're just starting to fall asleep is you hear like a slight grinding or scratch noise or something, and then you notice up in the painting, like a little section of the painting kind of like flaps down, like something has been cut in like the canvas part of it, and you see like a little tiny like piece of material, like wood or whatever is in the framework, kind of like fall down out of it with a little bit of like debris or dust or something, and you're just seeing like this tiny little hole in that picture. And Lorella, as you're falling asleep and eyes closed, you hear that. Obviously, you don't see it, but you hear it, which causes you to open your eyes and notice the same thing that Anaya is noticing. And then you see this hunter-seeker kind of come floating into the room, which if you're familiar, a hunter-seeker is just a little tiny, like 5 centimeter long device that floats on its little suspensor and needs to be controlled by an assassin or someone that needs to be nearby. You know that it has to be controlled. But they float in slowly, usually armed with poison or something real detrimental to your health. And it looks out for any type of motion or someone in the area to quickly dart into, and it quickly burrows through your skin, trying to make its way to your heart or your brain or to internal organs or to poison you of some type. It can be pretty devastating. But you're seeing this hunter seeker just slowly float into the room. The other thing I want to remind you of.
Do we know how to kill it?
Yeah, absolutely. You know that you would have to hit it with a weapon. You'd have to catch it as it comes at you. The other thing that a lot of noble children are taught this, and of this being Bene Gesserits, that when these enter a room, the children of nobility are taught to remain as still as possible. In fact, they go through training to try to control their breathing and be as still as possible to avoid that sort of assassination attempt, because a lot of times people will do that to take out the bloodlines of nobility. So that, hey, you're Bene Gesserits, you really don't have trouble staying still and controlling your body and your thing. That's part of being a Bene Gesserit. You're Prada Bindu, So,
however, we have two.
There you go. So
2 sisters who are still currently asleep.
Yeah, there's 2 that are asleep right now, and Lorella and Anaya, you both see this happening now, and it has just floated out to the middle of the room, and it's just kind of like turning around, like it's just scoping the area. But both of you have just noticed this. I'm going to bring up some Sirenscape desert sounds, too. I forgot to pull that up.
Yeah.
I just kind of set the mood here since we're in Carthage on Arrakis. Just some desert winds coming from outside. The city's fairly quiet now. It's middle of the night.
Otherwise I'll have to sing the Dune theme and get us demonetized.
Can I?
No, we can just make desert noises ourselves.
What was that, Lorella?
Can I ask how quick this thing is moving?
Right now, it's turtle speed. It's just floating very slowly and kind of scanning the room. It's looking around.
Once it sees motion, that's when it will quickly move.
Yeah. Yeah, and if you're not familiar, if no one has seen in the movies or has read about it, they move slow. They kind of scope you out, but when they see movement or they go to attack, it moves like a dart. Real fast, right at you.
Okay.
I assume that I would look at you to
Oh
Stillarella.
my God.
Since like none of us are moving, and we both know
Uh-huh.
that once we do decide to move, that it will be action or nothing.
Yeah. Can I out of character quickly? Because I've got some abilities and I just wanted to run it. I don't know if
Yeah.
it'd work.
Yeah.
Okay. So out of character, I do have rapid maneuver.
That's good.
So I'm just figuring how quick that would move. I guess in a sense, it's storytelling wise.
Yeah. What's your rapid maneuver is a trait that you have? Is that what that is? Or an asset?
Yes,
Or,
it's a talent. It's
oh,
a talent.
talent.
Yeah. Yeah. So if I click on it, I think it
Okay.
comes up in chat. No, I don't know.
Yeah, it came up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we
Attempting
go.
a skill test to reach a destination quickly when moving on foot or in a vehicle, reduce the difficulty
Nice.
by 1. In a conflict, when moving an asset, you may move the asset an additional zone for 1 point of momentum rather than 2.
Nice.
Nice.
I don't know what that means. So I'm thinking, let's say if I was to basically go grab it and then crush it, essentially,
Yeah.
like really quickly, or throw a knife at it
Yeah, you could
really
do.
quickly.
Yeah, you could do either one of those things. Now, if you were to do, if you were trying to run and grab it, to destroy it, then that rapid maneuver would come into play, and you would be able to reduce the difficulty of 3 down to just 2. To do that. If you want to throw your knife at it,
Okay.
I don't know if you have another trait or something to help or asset with that, but it would be a difficulty of 3 to hit it with the knife. So it's a difficulty of 3 to either grab or hit this thing or attack it or whatever. But obviously with that rapid maneuver, yeah, that sounds like your best option, because that would bring it down to just a difficulty of 2 for you to like jump up, leap up and grab it as it, and you know it, the second you leap up, it's probably going to dart at you. So you could jump up and try to grab it before it hits you,
I think through the subtle facial expressions of a Bene Gesserit who has to communicate through different means, Anaya's like basically with her facial expressions gonna say, "You are the faster one. You go for it, and I will try and deal with any fallout." Because Sister Anaya is mainly good at like hand-to-hand combat and battle, and some light assassination here and there, but she's much better at fighting than she is at moving quickly. So yeah, in the meantime, I'm just going to use my Prana Bindu to just stay very still and alert.
Okay.
We do have
Stress.
2 -2s as well.
Okay.
If anyone wants to give us any in chat and
Say no.
Actually,
and help Valkyrie
we don't have
out.
any momentum yet, do
We
we?
don't have any momentum,
No.
but we do have 2 -2s.
Okay.
Which you're welcome to use.
Yeah, I'm gonna expend that. Either that or we all
Yes.
die.
you? Ellen Savage McNavage said no begging. It's not a good look.
No begging.
Wow.
Begging is asking nicely.
Politely.
I thought that was funny.
Okay.
Asking, I'm demanding.
I'm demanding.
Show us those
If so, Ellen could rally for men. You're really giving me mixed signals, guys, in chat. Beg, don't beg, beg, don't beg. Anyway, whatevs.
So what I'm gonna do, alright, I'm gonna do what we said. I'm gonna use my rapid maneuver, which you would give me the skill for, right?
Yeah, it would be
to
move.
move towards
Yeah, absolutely.
grabbing it.
Yeah, if you're gonna do that, this would be a move. Yeah.
And my focus is Canley in that. So would that work with what I'm trying to do?
It's an assassination attempt, so maybe.
Yeah, you know what? Because of that, yeah, the reverse of it, it's kind of involving what appears to be some type of assassination thing, and you're here for the Canley list. Yeah, let's flex that a little. That at least gets you another, better chance for a critical success. Yeah.
I also have, so I was thinking either truth, because we're trying to seek out the truth, but this is what's getting us killed, essentially, or I also have justice, and the quote I do have in there is, "I will get revenge on those who have wronged me," so this thing's going to piss me off.
Yeah.
I like
So,
justice
okay.
first. It
Yeah,
is justice.
justice,
We don't
yeah.
die.
Yeah,
Being
it's-
assassinated makes me mad.
Yeah, it's like this.
That's true too.
Yeah, none of those statements to me make as much sense with that. What were they again? What were the options?
So, one of them is I will get revenge on those who have wronged me.
Oh, I
Which-
like that one a little bit. That one kind of works with
Yeah.
that. Yeah, let's go with
That's
that one then.
justice.
Justice?
Okay.
Yeah, do that. Do that. That would make sense
Justice.
too if you're trying to figure out who's doing this and put an end to this.
Okay, moving reduce difficulty by 1. Okay, cool. Okay. Of the -2s as well. Yes.
Yeah.
2 -2s.
Yeah.
I can't see this roll.
Well, your target is 15, so even with 1 -2, you're good.
We did
Okay,
it!
nice.
We did it!
Nice.
Oh yeah, you got a 16 and you had 2 minus
and
2s,
also,
right?
Woo!
Yeah, we
Yeah.
also got 3 in chat.
Oh,
Yeah,
we can save
Oh,
y'all
those.
coming
nice.
through.
Nice.
Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Paying attention.
Yay!
Hey, thanks, Raven.
Thank you.
Donna Tracy
survived.
Cuervo is Raven. She's going to be GMing a High Riders campaign for Cyberpunk Red on the Cyber Nation Uncensored
Hey.
channel, starting soon, sometime soon.
Exciting.
Yeah, thanks for the -2. I got a +2 there, and you got a couple -2s. So you got 2
Oh, wait,
-2s,
what?
and I have 2 +2s now. Yeah, don't take my +2.
Oh no.
Don't call that a -2. No, I just noticed. But yeah, Lorella, you see this happening, Anaya, as you're staying perfectly still, using your Gesserit skills. You see Lorella just dart out of the bed. I mean, the second she is up, almost onto her feet, you see the Hunter-Seeker just dart towards her. You hear it just whip through the air, almost with a slight whistle. It goes so fast. But it hits Lorella's kind of area, and before it can even touch her, she reaches up and just grabs it and crushes it. Yeah, just shattering it. And I would say Saya and Yuffie just kind of toss and turn a little bit since they're slightly heavy sleepers. Well, no, Saya would wake up. She's not the heavier sleeper.
Yeah,
she falls asleep faster.
Yeah, she.
But Yuffie's dead asleep,
As soon as
and
the
Saya
crushing
wakes up.
happens,
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
yeah.
What was that, Lorella?
Can I also do something else? Can I quickly, for dramatic effect, grab the knife out of Rupert, so like out the head of Rupert, and then pull the knife out, and then just kind of twist the knife around, so I'm holding obviously at that with the knife there, at the blade, and then just stab through the portrait canvas quickly, just to make sure they're not on the other side or anything like that. Just to.
Yeah, you stab through the canvas. And yeah, Insaya wakes up. I'll give a moment for Insaya to kind of see this happening.
What's going on? What are you doing over there?
The Seeker. I wouldn't worry too much about it.
It's our first night here. This is.
That's good. That means we're making waves.
I suppose. At least we must be getting close.
Anyway,
Well,
the
someone get
issue it seems
this-
is dealt with.
And yeah, Insaya and Anaya and Lorella, why don't each of you give me communication. Well, this might be battle. Hold on one second. Let me just double check.
Ooh! Alright.
We all get into a fist fight.
I'm glad I got the knife out of Rupert now.
Yeah, I would say
You piss somebody off.
let's go with battle since senses are heightened. You're in the middle of what appears to be some type of assassination attempt. Lorella put it to an end, but Insaya wakes up, kind of questioning it. You say, "Well, we've kind of taken care of it, and now give me a battle check."
Okay.
And this is basically to see if you maybe hear anything or notice something
Okay.
while you're all conversing after Lorella destroyed this thing. And I would
Yeah,
say
all right,
I would
well-
say with the conversation too. I know Yuffie's a heavy sleeper, but now that everyone's talking, I would say she would probably wake up. You know, maybe a few noises she wouldn't.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
So if you want to give me
Alright,
that too, Yuffie, it would be battle.
Okay.
And then whatever drive. What does everyone think? Let's go around the table. What
I
drive?
think justice.
I'm going with
They've
truth.
Wronged us, yeah.
Because
we're
I'd like
all,
to know the
we're all,
truth of
we're
who's
all
doing this.
rolling.
I think I'm gonna go with power because my statement is knowledge is power. So
Yeah, I like that one.
Ah.
What's your statement, Insaya, with your truth?
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
Again,
the
I'm
truth is the most
confused.
powerful weapon.
Okay. And Anaya, what were you choosing?
I'm gonna go for justice.
And what's your statement there?
I am the executioner's axe.
Oh my
Lorella?
god!
For
Your
for
drive?
battle, right? For
Yeah.
drive.
Yeah. What drive do you want to use?
I would use justice again because that really pissed me off. Also, I do have a focus in battle, which is dirty fighting, and that was definitely dirty.
Yeah.
Yeah, that in this
Very
case of kind of what this check is to see if you're hearing or noticing something, it
Okay.
wouldn't come into play so much with that. But yeah, what's your statement with your? You want to use justice?
I will get revenge. Yeah, I will
Perfect.
get
Yeah, all these
revenge on
statements
those
make
who have
perfect.
wronged me.
Yeah, all these statements make sense to what you're trying to hear and notice right now. So this will just be a difficulty of 1.
Momentum point. Momentum point. Let's go.
Nice.
Is that because it's because it's a success? Yeah, and with my
Yes.
focus. Got
Okay,
it.
so let's see who
Yeah.
else
I was
got.
just like, roll 20's broke. Take it back. My thing is blue.
So you got 1, and it looks like.
Cool beans.
I
Did
also
everybody
got
roll that?
1.
Oh, okay, you rolled it too.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So everyone got at least 1 success. So you've all
We're a
noticed
team.
this thing, and then you've got an extra. Anaya got an extra one, so now you have a point of momentum as well. But yeah, while you're all discussing this, and and Saya wakes up, Yuffie wakes up, and Anaya and Lorella explain like, well, Lorella already took care of it. She destroyed it. It seems like we're okay now. You notice, and especially Lorella, when you stab through the painting on the wall for a moment. Now you're kind of discussing it. You can hear coming from that room next door some like scurrying noises. And then you can hear like the window open and some like commotion going on coming from the room next door. Not your window. You hear next door some commotion and like the window open and just some activity. Whereas normally it's been silent tonight. Everyone seems asleep in this hotel.
Oh,
What?
as soon as
Can I-
that, Insai would go to our window and like throw it open and like be looking out.
Oh no, it can shatter. Remember, because there's a slight hole in it. It shatters very quickly. Yeah,
Well,
very,
now
very
it's
quickly.
shattered.
You go to pull it up, it just breaks.
Yeah.
Yeah, just.
My bad.
Yeah, I forgot that
also-
we fucked up that window, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Question.
Sister
Kristen.
Lorella, what is this?
It was an easy escape plan. Actually, I have a question for GM.
Yeah.
Do you have a dampener as well on me? So any comms that they would possibly have going outwards wouldn't work.
Oh, okay.
From-
Nice.
Yeah, because I have a dampener on me at all
No
times.
getaway vehicle.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing. No comms. Yeah.
Well, I might not go through the broken window. I might try and go out the door to the next room.
Same.
If we maybe like
Yeah.
divide her that way.
Yeah.
I assume it's through some hand signals of
Right.
You know.
Exactly. We don't really. Yeah. Talk
Yeah.
too much.
I
Then, so I've got a rope. You wanna go?
Yeah, and we'll say as
Already partially out the windows.
yeah, as you hear that, and Asaya kind of goes to open the window, and it breaks. And you see out the window. All of these windows have these sort of escape, like a sort of fire escape, but it's made for Dune for any time there's emergencies on Arrakis. To get out of here. Not necessarily always going to be a fire, but there are these escapes, these emergency exits. And you can see as inside, as you get out, you see somebody in a cloak, in all black. They have their face wrapped and everything, just sliding down. Basically, the ladders that are set from these windows as escapes. They're just kind of grabbing it and sliding down, going all the way down, almost down to the bottom now.
Not on my watch. I think, and I'll pose this to the GM to see how he feels about it. One of my one of my talents is voice. Could I use that on this person?
Oh.
No, they're pretty far away. You're up on.
Damn, they're
I
quick.
think you're up on the 3rd level. But regardless, yeah, I mean they're hauling ass. The second that Lorella crushed this thing and stabbed through the painting, you guys heard the commotion, and then you open the window to look, and they're already diving out the window, sliding down, obviously trying to get away.
Oh, I hate this. If she sees them sliding down, she's gonna go after them.
Can I rapid maneuver?
Down.
I'm checking out the room to see if there's anyone else in there or
I
if there's any
would
evidence.
do the same. Yeah, I would go.
You guys can go chase.
Yeah. So how would
I'm just back here. I don't know.
yeah, how would Anaya and Yuffie check out that room? What do you want to do?
Well, yeah, quickly run to the door if it's
Is it open?
Locked.
it's locked. Yeah, can I force my way in?
I'm sure. Yeah, you can try.
My brute strength.
Yeah, do it. It would be battle,
Sure.
and then just let me know what drive you think to back you up on that.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's still justice. Yeah, I don't think I can use my. Would dirty fighting work? Not really. I'm not battling anyone. I'm up
Right.
against a door.
Yeah, exactly. What's your
Battle
justice
of fight
statement
and
again?
door.
It's
I am the executioner's axe.
yeah. See, that sounds more like it because you're trying to get to the bottom of whoever did this assassination attempt.
Yeah. Okay,
that
maybe
feels
then
better.
it's screwed.
Yeah. So go for it. It would just be a difficulty of 1 to break this door down.
Okay. So I'm going with that. Let's go. 1 success.
Nice. Yeah, you kick the door down. Thanks, Cold Spider. Got a +2 for the team. Yeah, you kick the door down, and
+2.
looks similar to your room, except in this room it just has 1 bed and the table, but there's nothing in here other than on the wall that connects to your room. You can see what looks like some type of like doweling, grinding tool or something that was used to cut through the wall. And you see it there on the table next to the wall, and you can just see a bunch of debris that kind of ran down from where this hole was put. And then you can see kind of like some control device stuff on the table, like these eye attachments with these tubes, and just this device stuff that you absolutely recognize as the controls to a hunter-seeker that you would attach to so you can see through it, you can control it. So whoever was in here obviously was controlling that hunter-seeker. But Yuffie enters in behind Anaya. You see the same thing. So what do you two do when you enter that room and see all that?
Crap. What the? Somebody literally right next door was trying to assassinate us. What?
Due to be in a room opposite, would it? Let's take these devices at the very least. Then,
Yeah.
when we can serve justice, we will have the right evidence
This
to
is
back
true.
us up. Make sure you don't touch anything specifically. If we can somehow trace back whoever once held these things, that would be to our benefit. So if there's some cloth or something, maybe even just some bed sheets to sweep the devices in. I might carefully or say to Sister Yuffie, you're a scholar. Do you see any distinguishing marks on these tools?
I will look at them and also just kind of look around the room and see if there's anything else that we notice.
They're certainly not cheap.
Yeah, why don't you?
I have an ability. Actually, what were you gonna say, Rob?
Well, I was gonna have you do a check. Look
Okay.
look in the room for any evidence or markings on the tools, any of those sort of things. I would like to do an understand. And then whatever
Yes.
drive you think, and then obviously if you have any assets or things to help, traits, anything to add in. Yeah.
So I do have something that helps with understand, called intense study.
Nice.
You're extremely well read with vast amounts of knowledge. Once per scene, you may use your understand skill on a single skill test instead of any other skill. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna use it anyway. And you are counted as having focus for that test. So I'm not sure if that really helps, but
Well, let's it doesn't, because it would be understand anyways. But it
Yeah,
at least increase.
yeah.
You still get the increase on your critical
That's true.
success. And we'll go with like a 1 through 5 on a critical success here, because of the
Okay.
fact that you have that help, that trait or whatever. So what
Okay.
what drive do you think?
I'm going to use truth, and my statement is I seek to uncover the many secrets of the universe.
Oh, it's
At
perfect.
least of the situation. This.
Certainly
Yeah,
it's secret.
perfect. Yeah, just a
Okay.
difficulty of 1 for you on this.
Okay.
So a good chance to get some momentum.
Oh!
And don't forget, all of you, you have a bunch of +2s too. Didn't need any of that.
Yeah.
Nice.
Two
Cool.
successes.
Yeah, so there
Nice.
you got another point of momentum in the pool.
Awesome.
And yeah, as you're looking around, you notice no markings, nothing left in the room. But that doesn't mean that you don't learn something from that. What that tells you is that
smart.
this is an assassination attempt. This is an assassin, probably from a house. Because if it was just some, slum thing or an attempt for like robbery or something, they probably wouldn't be as tactful. That the fact that there's nothing left behind, no markings on anything, like this is a smart assassination attempt. Yeah.
Whoever did this knew what they were doing. So that means it's somebody. This isn't some trashy person. Like, this is clearly somebody from a house that did this.
Yes, someone who's versed in the skill of assassination. I
Right.
think while our compatriots are chasing down the culprit, maybe we better head to the proprietor and see if they
Agreed.
can point us in any directions. I doubt it, but we'd best leave no stone unturned.
Yes.
Yeah, and you head down to the lobby to try to talk with Yassir. Yassir. And let's go back over to the room where Saya opened the window and Lorella's there, and you see the guy sliding down. He's down to the bottom, attempting to run away and escape. What do you two want to do? I know, Lorella, you mentioned rapid movement and stuff. What do you two want to do?
Yeah.
I think that as soon as Isaiah sees the cloaked figure sliding down, she would just go out after. Just slide down this broken window.
Yeah.
How
Nice.
The Bene Gesserit slip and slide.
Yeah, what about Lorella?
how close are we to the roof of this building?
You're very close to the roof. We'll say you're on the top floor, so out this window and escape. It would be just, a leap and grab to climb up to the roof if that's what you wanted to do.
Because I see Sister Insaya going after him, what I'm gonna do is actually go above and run across the building rooftops to keep an aerial view on him and his location. And then when I find the right opportunity and try and basically drop in front of him, so he
Okay.
gets sandwiched between me and Insaya, I'm gonna use my rapid maneuver to try and get ahead of him, essentially.
Okay, cool. Let's do, for you just to kind of leap up and climb up onto this roof. Let's do a move check.
Yeah.
And let's just do difficulty of 0, since it'd be easy for you to climb up there and just grab it and kind of do it. This is a chance to generate a little bit of momentum, just to get some more.
Yeah.
And then we'll get into the roof rapid movement thing. But yeah, give me that. Just
Okay, cool. Just a move with
whatever
do
drive.
I need
you
to pick a
think-
drive?
Yeah, whatever drive to climb up there. If it has a statement, even better. But I'll take almost anything because
Say
it's pretty
justice.
simple. Nice. Yeah, go for
I
it.
think in this whole situation, this whole scene, I'm gonna stick with justice just because it's revenge. I'm pissed, and I
Perfect.
will be until we get him.
Yeah.
Or
And
her.
simultaneously,
Ah.
I take justice as well because others may forgive, but I will never forget. And should be shooting those things in my room.
Nice. Well, look, there you go. You
Got
got
one momentum.
hell yeah, another
Oh,
point of momentum, and Lorella is now on the roof. You see her kind of climb up, and Saya, as you're sliding down, you see her hit the roof and start darting across. And Saya, you slide down, trying to catch up to this assassin as he's already on the ground, or he or she, and running off in the distance down this road, and kind of cutting down a side to an alley. It looks like about to, anyways. Why don't you give me a move check? Let's see. This is going to be a difficulty of 2 in Saya.
Do you guys want to use momentum? Because now we've got 2, and remember they don't
Right.
last past the scene.
I say
Yes.
you should.
So just throwing that out there.
I would like to use momentum. Also, I do have the focus of body control since I'm controlling my body to go after this person. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, that'll increase your critical success range. Let's do a 1 to 2 critical success range instead of just 1.
So
Ace.
we have here
What
one
we got?
Yeah, you slide down. You're not exactly able to catch up to them, but you're at least right behind them. You're on their trail. They're not losing you or anything. You're kind of almost moving somewhat at the same speed. You're kind of keeping that same distance as they're running down the road. They go on the side of the hotel and cut down an alleyway to get to the road that's behind it. Then they cut a right, like they're getting further away from the hotel, but on the backside. And Lorella, you get up to the top, and then you want to use your rapid movement to try to get to the edge of the building. Try to get ahead of where he's running, right? Cool, yeah, let's do another move check. And this would be a difficulty of 2, but obviously your rapid movement makes that a difficulty of 1. Yeah, so just pick a drive and let me know. Oh, and you have your focus and
let
move
me
too,
do
right?
that.
You have
Yeah.
what was that statement
Yeah.
again?
It was just
Canley?
the focus. Yeah, it's Canley. Yeah.
Okay,
And then statement. I've got an actual statement in Justice as well.
cool. Okay,
So
perfect. Yeah, go for it. Difficulty
she's
of
just
1.
a ninja. She's just a straight up ninja. I'm telling you. Why can't I roll for move? That's so weird. Hold on, give me a second. Let me try and figure this out. Because I popped the window out of the character sheet and that won't let me roll. So.
Oh, okay.
So move.
Things will get
Justice.
much more streamlined and easy when I get back from Gen Con. We'll be officially moving over to Fantasy Grounds. We got sponsored by Fantasy Grounds, and it's
That's
such a better
cool.
VTT. So we'll be over there very soon.
Yeah, we're moving.
Moving on up.
That is.
Nice. Yeah, that's all you needed.
1 success.
Perfect. That's all you
Cool.
needed. Yeah, you rapid move
Awesome.
across the hotel, and as he cuts down the alley on the hotel, you see him below you, kind of cutting across and then going on that street. So you jump across the alley to the next building, which is actually a floor lower. And you kind of somersault onto that and cut over to that street. And now you're ahead of him. You know, you're running along the building, but you see him behind. He doesn't see you, he or she, and is looking up, and you know. You see them running down the street, and as they're running down the street along the side of this building that you're on, where you're ahead, you see Insaya kind of pop out the alley, running behind that person as well. Yeah.
So, because I'm ahead now, can I throw my bodkin into their shoulder? Or their thigh, actually, their thigh, just to get them to drop and just stop running.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, give me your battle.
What if they bleed out?
It's their thigh, it'll be fine.
It takes a while to bleed
There
out.
are
and-
some arteries down there, you know.
And,
Forget about
you know,
it.
normally in this battle
foot-
situation, it might be a bit contested, but they don't even notice you. This is just going to be a difficulty of 1 for you.
Nice. I've got dirty fighting as a focus.
Oh wait, no, this will be a difficulty
Nice.
of 2 at this distance, because
Okay.
they're but
We
regardless,
still have one momentum point
Uh,
and 2 -2s.
Mine as well.
This is true. Yeah, might as well use
yeah.
it.
Okay,
The
I'll
momentum,
use.
like, does not last past the scene, so
Yeah.
does it
Do you want me to use that one then?
Take
It
it.
gives me an extra D20, right?
Yep.
Or is it? Yeah. I've got a focus in battle too, which is dirty fighting.
Oh,
That's good.
perfect. No, that's perfect. So
I'm gonna
your-
use that.
Yeah, so your
Yeah.
critical success now will be 1 through 4. And
Nice.
then difficulty
And
of
I'm gonna
2,
use
and you got 3
justice.
dice.
Yeah, and I'm gonna use justice.
Nice.
The odds
And
are
then,
Yeah, let's go for
hopefully.
open.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
it. No complications,
Come on,
otherwise it hits Insaya.
Hey.
Oh,
2 successes.
Nice.
that's
There you
good.
go. 2
That's
successes.
what we
Let's
love
go.
to do.
Oh yeah, you
Let's go.
you pull that out. You're ahead of them. You sling it down. It lands directly into the thigh, right above the knee, and you see this person kind of like tumble down in the street as the cloak just all goes disarray, and they grab their leg and kind of flip back onto their back, just like looking around, grabbing their leg. And in Saya, you see you're not sure where it came from. You know, Lorella's somewhere up there on the rooftops. But you know it must have been from her, as you see the person you're chasing, just like I described, tumble in front of you on the ground, grabbing their leg.
Oh, she
It was
is
just some
on
other
this
random-
person. She is on this person like white on rice. She is gonna just like on top of them, pinning them down.
If you see like the handle of the bodkin though, there's like a really cursive L engraved into it.
Nice.
Yeah, she is on this
Nice.
person, like pinning them down with her knees, and then she just like wrenches the hood off.
Amazing.
Nice. Well, yeah.
A
When you,
la Scooby-Doo team, like pulling a mask off.
yeah, you jump on them, trying to kind of grapple them and rip off the cloak. It's a difficulty of 2. It's going to be a battle. This is a bit contested. They make direct eye contact with you, all wrapped up, but you can see the eyes. It makes eye contact. They go real wide as you jump on top of them. You can tell they're a bit surprised. They didn't think that somebody would be right on them this quick and taking them down. But yeah,
Should've
difficulty
thought
of 2, battle.
Also, I
Yeah, see
realized
what-
the last time I went, I didn't actually use momentum, so I'm gonna do that now.
Yeah, I was gonna say when you only rolled 2, but I'm
Surprise!
like, I don't want to be an asshole.
No, please do.
I'll always
And-
be an asshole.
Well, and anyway, it's better to use it now because I really want to thrash them.
Yeah.
No, I can pile on. We'll see how it goes.
So
Nice.
That's,
Yeah, it's
well,
2.
we got another momentum.
Yeah. Yeah, 2 successes. Another point of
Yes.
momentum. As
Nice.
Insaya just, darts at this person, jumping on top, tackling them, both arms down. And as you tackle them, you notice that this person was pulling out a dagger at the time, like in a panic, but you were able to just kind of grapple up the arm, pinning it on the ground, pulling off the cloak and a face mask. And you can see it's a young male, maybe in early 20s, mid 20s, maybe. Slight scruff. You've never seen this person before. Nothing
Kill him.
is recognizable.
Kill
But
him.
you tackle them as they just like make eye contact with you and just look in shock at that moment. But back over to the hotel, Zanzibar, Lorella and Anaya, you make your way down to the lobby. And yeah, Yasir's down there. He's just sitting behind the desk. It looks like he's reading something, just kind of lounging.
We need to know who has booked for the room next to ours.
Oh, is there a problem with noise, or you have a complaint or something, or what's the problem?
A hunter-gatherer problem.
Yes.
Oh, a hunter-seeker?
Hunter-seeker, yes.
Yes.
And I trust that you don't want the likes of such low-blood assassins deigning to stay at your place. Otherwise, your reputation as a stronghold for safety, for people to sleep in, would not travel well.
No, wait a minute here. I run a good establishment here. I would never support anything like this. And yeah, give me a communicate check.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Oh no, this is my worst trait.
This is just going to be a difficulty of 1. This is a little bit
Yeah.
contested here. You can tell he's a little bit offended at like the slight threatening tone, like pressing on him a little. But the contested action, it's only a difficulty of 1.
Cool.
But let me know the drive. It's going to be communicate skill. And if you have a focus on that, communicate, let me know.
Yeah, I do think it is going to be justice still.
Nice. No, it still makes sense.
Because
It
it's
does.
like
Makes sense.
With what happened
I'm
there.
bringing you to, because you're like culpable. This is your establishment. So I am assigning blame. It's right for him to
Yeah.
kind of squirm.
No, that makes sense. Difficulty of 1. And then
Does anyone minus if I take it?
No, go for it.
Anyone mind if I take a -2? Because
Go for
communicate
it.
is my worst
Yep.
worst trait. Cool.
Oh, yeah. And I like Rockette in chat in Saya saying a complaint. Yes, like I would like to file a complaint. Someone tried to
Oh,
kill me,
dear.
and I'm very upset at that.
I rolled a 20. Does the -2 negate that and not make a complication?
Absolutely, yeah. If
Oh,
you used
okay.
a -2,
I did.
yeah,
Yeah.
you can use that on either one of the rolls, and obviously you don't need it on the success. So yeah, I would
Yeah.
use it to remove that complication.
Right. Okay. So then it's just 1 success.
Yeah, so he's hold on, I run a good establishment here. Let's calm down. Let's see what this is about. Obviously, I wouldn't support anything like this.
We're perfectly calm. I think it's right that you should be worried that Drek like this is habitating
true.
at your establishment, and I know that you'll do the right thing and
Uh,
help us bring this person to terms.
He's instantly going through records and things. You can tell he's starting to get a bit nervous.
I think it's also like, it's the prana bindu of like, when he says like, calm down, it's like, you could not see two calmer women.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
Like, and I think that's what's putting him on edge.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I have a registered guest, Joseph. There's no other information next to you. If there is evidence of hunter-seeker assassination attempt or anything at my establishment, I'll report it and file it immediately with the authorities. I would support this. Absolutely not. This has nothing to do with me or my hotel. I'll do everything I can to put an end to this. I apologize.
Well,
you can tell he's panicking.
We are here on special order working for Duchess Maria. So this needs to be escalated immediately, and we need to figure out who this Joseph is. Clearly it's a name that they either a fake or they're just somebody who is, they definitely are here under some false name or something like that. We should probably look into this.
I would be wary as well of taking patrons with only one name.
Well,
This is true.
We accept everyone within the city as... we never have problems like this. This isn't a typical occurrence here. You have to understand. This is absolutely not my fault. I wouldn't support this. And I'll do everything I can to help you bring anyone to authority or have them held responsible. He starts going through paperwork again. He grabs one of the backup keys. I'll check the room right now. The room next to you, you say?
We already checked the room. There's nothing in there.
Oh, okay.
We need to know do you use any sort of identification for this person when they check in or anything like that?
No, just...
Any idea where they came from?
No, there's nothing in the records. Just his name. He prepaid for 2 nights. He's checked in the other night. He was supposed to check out tomorrow.
What did he look like?
I don't remember. I get so many guests, and with the event going on this week, I apologize. I don't remember.
Perhaps you should have more staff.
Yes, I'm aware, and believe me, my daughter gives me a hard time about that all the time. I apologize. Again, I would never support any actions like this at all, and I'll contact the authorities right now if you wish. We could file a report. I'll do whatever it takes to make this right.
Yes, I would prefer if you do that, for I do tire of paperwork. However, if it's all the same, I think we would like to keep the equipment.
Equipment?
Yes, the assassin's
assassination.
tools.
Okay. I have no need for that. Definitely. Get that out of my establishment, please. I'll contact the authorities. I'll file a report about this. I'll do whatever I can to help.
And given the circumstances, Sister Yuffie, do you not think it's best that our room be compensated?
I would agree with that.
I would not like to pay for a murder attempt.
Absolutely, absolutely. Here, I even have a comp meal tickets for all of you at the restaurant attached to the establishment. He hands you some little comp cards where it looks like you can get a free meal at the hotel restaurant attached.
Very
Much
kind of
appreciated.
you.
I know it's a nominal attempt at making this okay. I know an attempt at your life is ridiculous, but it's the least I could do. I apologize.
Well, we have our own form of justice. A slight against the House of Sitara will not go unpunished, but we do thank you for your patronage.
Thank you. Again, I apologize. I'll contact the authorities right now.
Shall we meet up with the rest of our sisters, Yuffie?
Yes, let's head back up.
Yeah, and you head back up to the room, and Insaya and Lorella back over to you. Lorella, you're on the roof. Through that, you see it tumble. You see Insaya tackle this person, jumping on him, pulling off the cloak, and pinning the arm down. What are you doing?
I'd probably get down from there now. Just to help out Insaya if she needs it. Probably won't. She doesn't need it, but I'll be there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just be strutting essentially back and forth while and going. and then I'd stop. Hands on my hips, and then I'd stop. I'd turn to him on the ground, like Insire's got him in a chokehold, and I'm gonna get in his face very calmly. Who do you work for?
Yeah, and in Saya, Lorella makes her way down as you're pinning this person fairly quickly, getting down. And as she's making her way to get in this person's face to interrogate, what are you doing? Just holding them down for Lorella to do this? Or what are you doing?
She would tackle them, hold them down, pull the thing off their head, unbroken eye contact, and just like something that starts to feel like it's starting to go that really deep place, just to mess with them a little bit. And she would say, "Give me 3 good reasons to let you breathe your next breath."
Nice. You say that as Lorella approaches, leans down, and says what she said. As this person looks at both of you in a panic, like struggling to get out of your grip. And then you hear a bit of a crunch in the mouth as you notice this cloud of poisonous smoke kind of come out from their mouth. It looks like they had a poisoned tooth, which is very common with assassination attempts to cover their tracks and to leave no trace of what they've done if it fails. Both of you are aware of that. But because of this happening in this instant that both of you have leaned down into this person's face to say these things, there is a difficulty. There is a chance that you're going to be poisoned by this cloud. It's going to be a move because you're trying to get away from this immediately. Normally, this would be a difficulty of 3 because you're right in the face and it's happening instantaneously. But difficulty of 2 with your rapid movement, Lorella. If you have any other ways to reduce this other than momentum for more dice, any other traits, assets, any other creative thinking, I'm open to ideas.
Yeah. Well, our Prana Bindu kicks in because we're attempting a move or discipline test, correct? So it's a move test.
Yeah.
So we get to re-roll a single d20 if we'd like to.
Nice. Yeah,
As
then
a
you could
natural
get that
thing.
for your move. Absolutely. Yeah, I forgot about that with the Prana Bindu too. That you, because of that, you can re-roll 1 if it's a move or a discipline. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Nifty.
And would my rapid maneuver still work as well?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can stack these things. Yeah, they're all skills and
gosh.
traits and things in your wheelhouse. You should pull on as many as you can at any given moment.
I'd
Creative thinking.
say take the momentum for sure. Isaiah, if you'd like.
Yeah, and Saya doesn't have rapid movement,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But she's Bene Gesserit, so she at least gets the re-roll aspect, right? So,
Yes.
so difficulty of 3, and Saya gets to re-roll 1 if she needs to. Lorella only difficulty of 2 and still gets to re-roll 1 if needed. Now it comes to momentum or negative 2s. Do you have any of those that you want to use?
We have 1 negative 2 and 1 momentum.
I'll take a momentum.
Yeah.
Go for it. Difficulty of 3 is nothing to joke about. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also,
yeah.
this is dangerous.
And, well, and I have hyper awareness, but it looks like it's only about gaining information when asking questions and not just...
Yeah, that wouldn't be right here. So wait, before you roll, just remind me. So difficulty of 3, but for Lorella, it goes down to 2, and she can re-roll 1. In Saya, it's still a difficulty of 3, but she gets to re-roll 1, right? And she's using a momentum to get 3 dice in Saya's. Perfect. Am I right about all that?
Yes.
Okay, then
We did just get another -1.
Oh, and there's
Or
another negative 2, if anybody needs it. Is anybody using any negative 2s on this?
I'll,
Do you want to take one
that
each?
too.
Should we take one each?
Yeah, I'll use momentum.
that okay?
Okay, yeah, no, perfect. Yeah, use those, put those in, but
I wanna-
before you roll, line all this up, ready to roll, and let's take our 5-minute bio break so we can come back and see how this ends up.
Oh no! We gonna get poisoned
We'll
today.
take our little break. Chat, don't go anywhere. We'll be back in literally 5 minutes. I'm going to leave the mics hot if y'all want
Mics
to talk
hot.
about this, and we'll be right back.
Boy.
God.
Wish us luck.
It's one of my favorite bits in the movie. Of
But
when the poison tooth gets activated and
Yeah.
I should have
know.
guessed. Oh my god, I should have known. I'm so
What's his-
irritated with myself.
What's his name? He's Polka Dot
Jacob?
Man. No, his David.
Oh,
He plays the Mentat.
Oh yeah.
Give me 5. I'll be back.
Desmalchian. I don't know if
Yes.
that's how you say his last name, but he's such a good character actor, and
He is.
there are so many films where he just dies brutally. It's like, I don't know why
Yeah.
people like to kill off David Desmalchian, but the way he goes out in Dune's pretty dope.
Yeah.
I love that scene, and then the afterwards, just Baron, just like a huntsman in the corner of the room.
It is, yeah.
How's
Oh
no
my
one made that a
gosh.
meme of like the spiders in my house be like, and then it's Baron Harkonnen on the on the ceiling. It was also like, I don't know, I loved that because it's not exactly how it goes down in the books, and it's just like it makes such a smart way for the Baron to like have avoided it by literally just like zoop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, cool movie. Good movie, guys.
Very good. It's been.
If anyone hasn't seen Dune in chat, what the fuck? What are you doing? See it. I know it's long, but it's not that long compared to like, I don't know, some other films out there.
Well, it goes quick too.
It does. Like, you've got a lot to digest very quickly.
Yeah, it doesn't feel long.
No, and they definitely don't linger. Like, I don't know. There's definitely like the rule of, you know, this is the first time you've ever said a name of a place or a person, but Dune just like speeds through it because it's like there's so many, and of course it wouldn't be important for the characters, like, you know, this is the world that they live in, but I could see why someone who didn't know the source material would be like, huh? Who? What? They said their name once and I've expected to know it.
Well, like, I will be admitted that I've not read the books, but
They're dense.
I did see the original version with in a speedo
with Carl McLaughlin.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, even so, like, I didn't, and I also haven't seen it probably since it first came out, but like, even not necessarily remembering everyone's specific name and location, but like, you don't really need to know. You know, it's like, this is the guard, like, this is the you know, the
and
doctor.
like, you know, it's not that complicated. It is a political drama, but like, that's the actual the actual machinations that are going on are quite simple. It's like, oh, we know that
Same
this
that always
house
are.
yeah, it's like, we know that this house is probably being set up for a fall, but it's like the you know, it's like the Hamlet thing of like, well, the tragedy is that they know it too, and they can't get out of it without breaking these very specific social contracts that their world is beholden to. So they're just trying to, like, you know, prep against this death sentence.
Yup.
Yeah.
Wait.
So good.
You know how Lorella's always wearing a mask?
Where are you?
Yes.
I've got a Bluetooth headset. So
Oh, nice.
I'm
Oh my
around.
God,
I'm
okay.
around. Yeah.
Yeah, the mask. But that's if you haven't. Are you always wearing it, or does it get like
she's wearing.
activated?
So you know how, like, I'm wearing a mask, like, it's just a
Yeah.
normal like a scarf mask essentially, like
Okay.
a filter one. So I don't know
Yeah.
if that would help.
I mean, tell Rob, because it might, you know, it might be the same effect of like a -2, or maybe like even a -1, since it's a little
'Cause-
character detail.
Yeah, because it's part of her, like, outfit essentially.
Her
'Cause
outfit, her
she's
shtick. Okay.
yeah, identity and also just a general protection.
Yeah,
But she kind of has it on. Yeah.
I was wondering about that, but I'm like, oh, but you haven't, like, I was thinking about the other mask, the one for your face changing, and I was like,
Oh,
oh,
no,
but she
the
wouldn't
other
be
one.
wearing that.
No, it's a hood. Yeah.
But also, would you be wearing it to sleep?
The hood or the face mask?
The face mask.
She'd always be wearing
Oh, sorry.
It's identity.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's very secretive. She doesn't like. It's like, hence the hood and the mask.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, try it.
Also, I want to say, whenever she
Yeah,
has
bring it
like a parkour moment or anything, like this whole chase scene, just
Yeah.
imagine Catwoman.
Great.
Yeah, just imagine Catwoman.
I'm going to the loo.
So wait, I have a difficulty. Oh god, there's too much stacking. My brain. So difficulty 2, a -2, a reroll.
And a momentum, I think, right?
Not for me. I
using
think
a
you've got
momentum.
insight. Yeah,
Oh,
insight has
okay.
got it. Yeah. I thought it was smarter for you to get the momentum point because you've got a higher difficulty.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Because
Oh,
hopefully,
I can reroll too.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we technically have an extra dice with the reroll. Technically, quote unquote. Yeah, Prana Vindi's absolutely amazing. I'm not gonna lie. Like looking at it.
I realize that. Yeah, we all have it. So, I should probably like use that more, or look at.
I don't know
it
when the child conceiving is going to come into play, but we'll see. By the end of the season? Question mark.
We all can at the same time. We can be.
Oh my god, be those mums. Oh my god. And let's have the kids at the same time. Make them all go to like soccer practice together. Also, I loved how Sister Yuffie was the one that deep slept because she's the newest recruit, essentially.
Yeah,
right?
I'm
I like
oh,
that.
nothing to worry about. I'll just go to sleep. Meanwhile,
Right, it made sense though, which is amazing.
Yeah.
In the grand scheme of things and like the team comp. You
Yeah.
know? Yeah, I like
also,
that.
she recognizes the importance of sleep for the mind, so also good
This is
to
why.
try to
This
get
is why the
your.
cavalry crashes once a month.
Oh yeah. But should have known that we were gonna have a freaking assassination attempt during our night of sleep. Like,
I feel like our last few sessions have been too chill.
I
Like,
know.
we're waiting for something to happen.
I know.
Yeah. Oh, I'm nervous for these rolls. This is gonna be something. I feel like poison's not something to mess around with.
Oh no, yeah, it's honestly thinking about how dangerous that entire situation just was is kind of scary to think about. How one of us could have died.
Oh, for sure. It could have been TPK.
I know.
100%. Yeah.
Wait,
Session 3, Session 4, TPK.
I mean, it could only take out. Is this the Hunter Seeker?
Yeah.
That and then the poison.
I mean, it couldn't take
Afterwards,
out all of us, could it?
I don't know.
I think
If it's
one
fast
at a
enough.
time, right?
Meant for one person, maybe. I don't. Maybe.
I don't know. I was kind of fine because I was like, I got a personal shield, but even then, it's specifically like trained to burrow through, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like it finds the weak spot.
Yeah.
It's also real bold to assume that none of us would notice any of the other sisters just going down.
Like, they did not do their research. I was like, that assassin did not do his research. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Well, but also people don't know that we're Bene Gesserits.
True.
Like that's our whole thing, is that we're like secret. Secret
That's
Bene
true.
Gesserits.
But then why us? We poked too many bears, I think.
Well, probably because we're going around asking about a Canley list.
It might have been one of the houses in the club. It might have been my fault. I'm sorry.
It might have also been like it literally.
It's one of the guards.
It was one of those.
It's the one that I duped. There's a chip on his shoulder now.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah. I'm getting nervous because Bowser is getting more and more alert.
Oh, I remember the one session where he was borking.
A
Bork.
bork. That was yeah. I think that was as well because I had COVID at that time.
Oh yeah.
And so he wasn't getting like regular anything.
Mm-hmm.
Like his walks were not regular, so he was just mad. He was just mad all the time. It was like a whole week where he was just mad.
I think I'm gonna use truth.
Truth?
Yeah, because we were trying to find out the truth when it happened. I'm gonna
Yeah,
try to.
It's hard. It's hard because there's no like preserve or.
Yeah, it's all
'Cause I would-
like interpretation.
Yeah, because I'd say for this one, like you're simply fighting to survive, and it's like, well, what drive does that fall under? I'm fine. Who's to say?
Hey, what's up?
What's
Hello.
up? Waiting for Bowser to relax. Then he can have a treat.
How old is he?
When I got him in January, and they said he was around a year, so I guess he's like a year and a bit.
Oh,
Is a puppy.
still young.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he still acts like a puppy.
Oh.
Cute.
So does ours, but ours is 11.
Oh wow.
Yeah, she's 11.
He's a
That's ours.
social guy.
Me and Val have a girl that's 11 and our male's 10, but both of them still act like, puppies.
Wow.
Right?
I had
Sure,
no
for
idea
sure.
They were so
Good for y'all.
Yeah, I thought they were like little bubs, just
Have
from all the
active
pictures and
doggos.
stuff.
Yeah, no, they're older. They have gray and everything, but they're
Aw.
still just happy and act like little kids. My Joey always just wants to play with his ball, and but
It's because
how you raise
they
them,
have a happy life.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Happy floofs.
puffers.
All right, cool.
He starts training next week because you're misbehaved.
Nice.
And you keep
And so, are
running
you
out
ready?
the dog.
All right, everybody ready to
I'm
go
not.
back?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Let's do
Yep.
it.
All right.
Is no one accepting answer to these?
Hey, we're back. Everyone can see us now. Thanks,
Hello.
chat, for hanging out during our little 5-minute break. We're back at it. We're going to continue on right where we left off with Insaya and Lorella in the face of this assassinate. Oh, wait.
You can do it.
I don't have the name.
Gross.
Oh, you have the name of the assassin?
Oh?
Do tell.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
We would love to know.
you at least see...
Just before he does it, he's like, "My name is."
Because I remembered that I didn't add to my notes until later, and I forgot that last time, and it took me forever to find them on the next session, and I told myself I'd stop doing that when I make stuff up on spot, so I want to make sure I copied that in. But, yeah, you basically get this assassin and tackle him. Lorella threw her bodkin, taking him down, and Saya tackled, pinning them. You've removed the cloak. You're both in the face, kind of asking them who they are and what they're doing. A little intimidating moment for you two. But in a
Very
panic, he
Batman.
cracks on his poison tooth, letting out this gas cloud. So let's do the roll. We know it was... What was that?
I have a question.
Yeah.
So, I was talking to the girls, and I was saying that Lorella, as Flavor, always wears this face mask, essentially. The scarf, almost. Would that do anything to kind of
Block it.
lessen it? Yeah, lessen it. Not obviously not completely, because it's not a gas mask, but it's...
No, it wouldn't be able to lessen the difficulty anymore. Yeah, but
We did try.
Rip.
Yeah.
It was worth a shot to
It
ask.
was a worthy
Yeah, I
attempt.
had to ask. I had to ask. Yeah.
yeah, it's not enough
Could it
for
lessen
this.
the difficulty for Insaya because we are so close? Just
Yeah, because I
Knowing
would
each other
say,
so well.
at least with that, maybe it would increase at least a little bit more chance of a critical success. So yeah, I'll say a 1 or a 2. I'll at least give that for the wrap. So at least you have more of a chance of a critical success, which is just a little more luck in your favor. But let's do the roll. We know it's a difficulty
You're on
3.
your own, Rocket.
It's a difficulty 2 for Lorella. Plus she gets a possible re-roll. And Sai is a difficulty 3, but you get a possible re-roll if you need it. So let's do it.
plus
Let's
momentum.
see.
Plus momentum.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Remember to add
Stress.
your
Yeah,
minus
Lorella
twos
over
and
here
whatnot.
just like taking
Yeah.
difficulty down, down,
And
down.
you took the -2 as well, right? So-
Prices are down.
I forgot.
Yeah.
Well, I forgot to add the momentum, but I did get a. I did get-
But you needed.
Wait, hold on. Did you roll the extra dice for the momentum?
She didn't.
No.
Oh.
Okay.
So roll 1. Just roll a
my-
1d20.
20.
Yeah,
Well, you've got
1d20.
your reflex thing.
And I have a. I can do.
My -2 takes the other one down to a 16, which gives me a success.
Ah. what are we worrying about then?
Nice. So,
So I got
I
the two.
also-
I got 2.
yeah, so it looks like
I
as
also
that
did
cloud
as
happens,
well.
Lorella is able to, kind of back up out of that cloud and get out of the area and not get poisoned by this.
Okay.
What was your next roll?
7.
Insaya? 7. What was your
I'm just gonna
target?
mute myself.
Target 13.
Okay, nice.
That's better.
And I also got a blue 2.
Nice. So,
Right, a crit.
yeah, so you got all 3.
Critically just fly away.
One
five,
one
high
was a
five.
crit too?
Yes.
Yep.
Let's go.
The 2 was.
Oh, nice, because of your focus. Okay, perfect. Yeah, so you hit it. You get all 3 successes, and Saya Lorella gets her 2 successes that she needed. So both of you just barely got enough. You're able to see this cloud. The second it happens, you're kind of intimidating this person, and you both just instantly let go of the person and jump back. Just kind of backing up as fast as possible as this cloud kind of spreads out and then dissipates, and this person just lumps down lifeless.
And Saya, what the hell? Just takes the body and chucks it.
Yeet.
I'm gone.
What are you doing? That's our evidence.
No. Honestly, I think
Since I rolled down the window, I'm going to shout at you.
that's our evidence. Do that. Yeah, no, I mean, I think Insai would turn to Lorella. Well, I think it's obvious we have to take this body back with us now. It's going to be much more difficult since he can't use his own legs.
Has the poison dissipated yet?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
So you are outside.
Insaya, once walking back up, is going to kick the body because she is.
Now.
I guess we'll be dragging this body. I don't know. How does this work?
Why don't you grab one leg? I'll grab the other.
not the arms and legs. No, both the.
Yeah, or you don't want a fireman lift, or no, you just want to drag this body
Putting
through
my
the
energy into
street.
fireman lifting him. He just tried to kill us. He can be dragged.
I feel like I don't know. I'll
That's what
let
he
you do
gets.
whatever you do, but I'm like, I feel like it's more economical, like energy-wise, to actually lift someone over your shoulder.
maybe we-
as opposed to-
He's gonna be dragged as a mark of his shame.
See, but
That's
maybe
also
we
good.
should. Maybe we should lift him though, just in case he does have any marks that's gonna be like damaged on the way up.
This is true.
Yeah, if we're trying to find identifying things about this body, it's got a
Oh,
little
right.
Yeah.
back. Yes.
Sister and Sai will drop the leg.
Drop the leg.
Fine.
And then I think you grab the arms, I'll grab the legs, we'll carry this dude.
She is. Sister and Sai will be giving face the entire time. She is not pleased about this.
Ah, come on! It was only one murder attempt. Like, what's the big deal?
Two with that tooth.
This is true.
Oh
Technically,
yeah,
it was.
sorry.
Before
Yeah,
he can
no,
answer
that's
any
fair.
questions. What a weenie.
Sister and Sire is salty.
She is. She could not be salty. She's a chip.
Excellent. Well, I guess we see this happen, so I don't know.
Yeah.
We can come down to the
Oh,
ground and.
You're just gonna watch and not help us. Okay, I see how it is.
You seem to have it handled.
What I'm gonna do,
buried
actually,
my delicate musician's hands upon all this.
instead of dragging this body through the reception of the hotel,
Well, yeah. That's
what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab my rope from my bag or whatever I have, and essentially tie it one end to the body and throw it up to Sister Yuffie and Sister Anaya, and go, start pulling.
I also want to point out,
Seriously?
I imagine they start pulling up and he just like thuds against every window down below.
Oh my gosh.
It's like
All these people trying
the,
to sleep.
the lobby window
Really-
just
Yeah.
sliding up.
Yeah. Who wants to do that check?
Not me.
because I find it unseemly.
Anaya.
That's a cavalry
And
thing.
again, I do not want to damage the body. Or
You have to just pull it up. Just pull it up. It's fine.
Yeah.
Fine, yeah, sure, I'll pull it up. What's my check?
Do
You're
a
stronger.
move. Yeah. Do a move.
Move?
Check.
No worries. I'm
Yeah,
moving
just a difficulty
body.
of 1. This is literally just to see if we can play into some of that in Saya's
Disturbing
idea of disturbing
Yeah.
other guests.
Should I? Yeah.
I just
should
like
I
that.
use
I just
my?
like that.
See, look, we carried the body. You now lift it. Okay,
Yeah.
We're
I'm
teamwork.
Right.
not carrying up the stairs.
Should I activate my Prana Bindu in case I need to reroll?
Honestly, like.
Yes, 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 yes.
I mean, he is dead weight.
And
literally.
I'm rolling beauty because I feel like now this is about solving, protecting House Satara, and as well following the whims of my
Sisters.
less discreet sisters.
That sounds good.
I'm a performer.
Nice.
Not
Hey, and
too-
you got a
and a momentum.
momentum. Yeah, you,
Nice.
you tactfully pull the body up. You get it all the way up to the room without even hitting other windows and rooms or causing a disturbance. And the body is now up in your room. And to streamline things, we can get Saya Lorella back up. Everyone's up in their room.
Yeah. I'll just immediately kind of check its pulse, and just kind of make sure they're dead, and start examining the body and see if there's anything I can notice about it.
Yeah. I imagine we lay them out on a table or even one with beds.
Yeah. No, you have them.
Excuse me.
Bed? We
Put
don't
them
know
on
where
the floor.
Whose bed? Their bed.
Not mine.
We'll just throw them on the the
It's a contested roll, 2 versus 2 players to see who has to have the dead body in their bed.
No.
Horrible. Yeah, you lay it out.
That's so squeamish.
Yeah.
It's just a dead body.
Now you're able to
God.
lay it out on the floor, kind of go through it, take off the clothes, go through all the pockets, check it. He obviously is dead. You check the
Anything?
pulse, and you can tell it's been poisoned just by the damage. And yet nothing on them. Nothing on them except for a few bodkins, a couple daggers, just some assassination-style tools, weapons. But no items on them at this time.
Yeah, this person clearly hired, and must have paid top money because this wasn't sloppy at all. There's nothing really identifying on them, and we didn't find anything in the room other than their assassin's tools. So,
If
not
this
a
is a
lot.
high-end
Anything
job,
about their body, any wear and tear that would come from a particular trade, or obviously this is a trained assassin, but
Yeah, I mean, you see battle scars, that you can attribute to blades and things like that. Like, he's an obvious assassin. He's been through some shit. Yeah.
you
Yeah,
feel
but no marks.
who I feel like someone always is quite good with a pen. If someone could, maybe do a rough kind of sketch.
a sketch. Actually, would Sister and Saya also maybe be good at that too? Because you're more.
That's
the
what I was
arts-
thinking.
Artsy,
Yeah.
the artist. Yeah.
You've got precision, body control, psychiatry, hyper awareness.
I'm
I
just
feel like
thinking
maybe
perhaps-
precision.
Yeah, I think
it's almost like a coroner's photograph of just these are
what they look
distinguishing
like.
marks on the body to identify later.
Yeah. I
as
wouldn't.
you
I
guys are
wouldn't.
doing that,
I wouldn't even make a roll for that too. The fact in Saya's, kind of the artistic one or whatever, she can, sketch out a drawing of this guy and at least get a decent sketch of his face. Yeah. What was that, Lorella?
Nice.
so we got a coroner's report from Yuffie and a picture from Insaya.
Yeah.
As they're doing this, I'm gonna brutally just pull my bodkin out of his leg, and then clean it off with the cloth,
Nice. You pull it
and
out.
also pocket the ones on his body as well. So I'm gonna loot him while they're doing that.
Nice. Yeah.
Right,
You have 2 daggers, and 3 other bodkins.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Surely you don't need that many.
And as you.
Rupert's gonna have more.
Oh, Rupert.
One for every limb.
One for every.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, you pull it out and clean off yours, taking the other ones from him. And as you're doing that, you hear a knock at the door.
Oh, what now?
Oh, we
One of
did
them
call
are
the
conversational
authorities.
ones.
So it might be somebody coming to talk about what just happened.
Fantastic. Well, we are in the right.
This is true. We're just doing our own investigative work, I guess, which we're Bene Gesserit, so we can do that.
They don't know that.
No. It's again a reminder
Self-defense.
to
Yeah.
not relay that fact. Yes, I would advise that we send one of the more conversational ones for this.
And Saya will
that's
go.
my Panadol. Shit.
And
sorry,
Saya
my
will
dog's
go.
trying to get into my stash. Cheeky fucker.
Goes and opens the door.
Yeah, you go over and open the door, and you see Yasir standing there. And as you open, he says, "Oh, I hope everyone's doing well. I apologize, it's late. I figured you would still be up. Authorities have arrived." And you can basically see it looks like two of the Harkonnen guards, just kind of Carthog security, kind of like the equivalent of like a police department, you know. You see two males standing there, and they both look over Yasir, and he turns. He says, "These are the women that I was explaining had the issue with a possible assassination attempt. Again, I had nothing to do with it, as I said." And then the two security guards, "We've already taken your report, thank you." And they kind of pass him, entering your room, trying to step past you and Saya.
Well, and she just loud enough for everyone to hear her. "Well, I see you're coming in, so come in, take a look."
Yeah, and they both come in, and as they step in, you see Yasir kind of following in behind him, and he goes, "Oh, you have a body." And then both the authorities see that, and they go, "Oh, okay, hold on a second. Who is this? What is this?"
This individual tried to assassinate us. Clearly, we had to defend ourselves because...
Sister Lorella, would you procure the smashed Hunter Seeker?
Yes. And then I'll pull out, like, from my pocket, probably like a smushed up, like, loads of little bits of, like, the little nanobot thing.
Yeah, they take it from you, and one of them puts it into a case. What was that?
And to back up Sister and Sire, I will identify just the facts of the assailant was in the next room. They cut out a panel of this painting here, and the Hunter Seeker was sent through. Thankfully, we were able to dispatch it, and then the assailant, after he fled.
They both look it over. One of them goes over to the hole in the wall and just like checks that out and goes back to the body, and then looks at the other guard and just nods as that guard walks over and picks up the body, just slinging it over the shoulders, and starts leaving the room. And the other security guard turns towards you and says, "Okay, very well. We'll take it from here. Thank you. If there's any more questions, we'll find you." Yes?
Additional information, he did break a tooth, hence the keeled over.
Poison, yes. Tried to
Yeah.
poison them.
Okay.
One assassination attempt was apparently not enough.
All right, we'll file this. We'll take it from here. If there's anything that comes up questioning, we'll find you. Thank you. They leave the room, grabbing the body.
Sure, nothing will come of that.
I was just about to say that. There probably won't be very helpful at all. We'll have to figure this out ourselves.
I just had to clarify that we didn't kill him.
Yes, no,
Just
that
had to
was
clarify
good.
that.
That was good. So less that we
Yeah.
have to deal with.
That's
Yeah.
why,
We
yeah.
have every right to defend ourselves.
If this assassin was as discreet as we found, like you said, he must be an experienced assassin and hired for good money.
Not too serious, though. He failed.
I agreed, but he doesn't
No,
know
but
who
he
was up
also wasn't
against.
expecting, to come up against the house of Bene Gesserit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Again, that might show poor preparation on his part.
A good assassin would expect everything.
Yes,
If
come to know their opponents.
If we were to assume he was paid a moderate penny for his services, then possibly a bigger house we should be looking at, not a smaller house.
Perhaps. But why us? Who is after us, is my question.
I mean,
What are the
perhaps
houses we have spoken to?
we have spoken
Which
to House
bears have we
Sinir?
poked?
Is it House Ben?
Ben of House
Yeah, Ben of House Mantle.
House Mantle.
Oh,
Yeah.
Mantle.
Warren
Sorry,
from House
Mantle.
Zanir. And then
Got
Fran
Fran.
Utley from House Estel.
Utley.
Well,
And we also spoke to House Banter, who seemed to implicate House Case.
the house, from my understanding, Mantle and Zanir were rather pleasant. So, I mean, obviously you can suspect anything, but Was it House Banter that we're a bit more hostile toward, trying to get information out of them?
They were nervous, I think, about a canyon list.
Right.
They
They showed.
It's about the other house case, but quick to implicate someone else might also be a good way of throwing people off the scent.
True.
Either way, we
And-
know that House Banter is nervous.
How do we know how big the house is for House Case? The other one that was implicated.
Yeah, I think most of these are minor houses.
Okay.
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 So
Yeah, Banter and Case, both minor.
Okay.
Being
Like you
minor
said,
houses would still have access to funds for
this is true.
one
Mhm.
assassin.
Perhaps still have their own set.
Perhaps we should take a closer look at House Banter at the after party.
I think
Agreed.
that would be very wise.
So the question is, should we continue to stay here, or should we try to relocate or something? I don't know. If we had one assassination attempt, there could be another in the future.
Right, but surely we want to capture more assailants and rip out the tooth before they crack it, and then we can get some information.
I agree. We want to make
We
it
could
so
be
it's
our own
great.
bait.
I suppose it's dangerous, but that's fair.
We can
Also
have
being
it ourselves.
More
I think it unlikely
cautious.
they're going to send another one to the same spot during the same time.
Anytime soon, at least. Unless they're stupid.
Which
We have the foreknowledge now. We can scout out any potential weak spots of the room. We can arm ourselves with this knowledge, and we can be ready for what comes next.
Is there any way we have to update the Reverend Mother? Or no?
I was gonna say that.
I think
Oh.
as petty
Also-
as an assassination attempt, I wouldn't bother.
Yeah, typically
about-
with the Reverend Mother, and they give you the job, the mission. They send you that memo quarter, and then you usually just get the job done, and
You
then
don't
do
really
whatever
report in.
is the request
Yeah.
at the end, which sometimes is send the information here, put it here, whatever. In this case, it's like procure that Canley list and bring it to me. So you have to find it, get it, and then you're probably going to have to head over to the home planet and bring it to her. Which she'll probably
And I-
arrange once you get it. But yeah, you don't need to update along the way.
I assume we'll keep this close to our chest. Then we won't inform the Duchess either. We will just keep this knowledge to ourselves.
But she's a figurehead, right?
No.
She is just the figurehead.
Well, no,
Yeah, I mean,
Duchess Maria helps run the house too. Yeah.
But
You know, it's
for
a-
our
it's a-
her if you'd
purposes,
like.
Yeah, for
she's
your
a
absolutely for your purpose. Yeah, the main reason here is to carry out these missions for the Mother Reverend. But it is a working house. She is the Duchess of that house for the entertainment organizing and the coffee stuff. Like she does. She isn't just a face.
So we could spin it to, I guess, that there was a slight against House Satir. Of course, because we are part of the house.
Yeah.
We are representatives of the house, and others know nothing else.
What's the idea that we somehow boost any security around Duchess Maria?
Yes, and the production, possibly.
I would
Yeah.
agree. Yeah, the performance. We should keep our eyes out for that and that as well.
Yeah. Should we move to them then? Since, I don't know, I feel like in terms of protection, who could be better than us?
Indeed.
No
So we
one
need
here.
to. I think we need to locate this pinpoint the canyon list. Because right now we don't have the most leads.
No. I mean, again, we will be having our big event
Mm-hmm.
that we could put pressure on some of those houses.
Well,
Any
and then we can let
preparations
the
we
leads
can
come to
make?
us.
But any preparations we could make for this after party? I'm all for
So-
being prepared.
Yeah, certainly for reinforcing the venue,
Hmm.
which would be hard. Where is the after party being held? Because I know the actual spectacle is in the Colosseum.
Yeah, no, we'll
But
say
is
in
that
the.
where the after party is also?
Yeah, exactly. You guys pretty much wrap backstage, and have a whole catered event in the back.
Yeah. Okay. So there will be some cover,
Right.
but largely open.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Well,
Well,
Hmm.
one thing we could do is during the after party have it so that our Duchess is never left alone.
yes.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm.
And also,
Everyone does have.
Sorry, you go.
And we all do have our emergency.
Right, we do. To let each other know if something happens.
Yes. Indeed.
In which case, we could divide and conquer.
Probably for the
Interesting.
best to cover the night.
And we do have performers that have some notable skill in physical prowess. We could get them to post up and boost up the security retail after their performance is over.
I trust your judgment on what you've seen of them.
There are a number that I would say are more than sufficiently adequate.
I haven't seen shit. I was in a club.
So,
You all are
Are we
working.
going-
She's partying. What was
Hey,
that,
I was
Yuffie?
working hard.
so are we going to tell the Duchess about this, or are we just going to be like, hey, we're just going to add some extra security just because? I'm not sure if it'll be a little suspicious,
And
but
keep this in mind, if this helps you make your decision, because I don't think we really ever went over these details in session 0. I mean, we know that you all are working undercover for the Mother Reverend and using the house as a kind of front to be able to work on Arrakis, right? One thing I think that kind of makes sense and we never went over is I think Duchess Maria would know. She knows that you all work with the Mother Faunus Amelia Ladraib, and she has worked a deal with them to allow her house to be the front. So I think she would know, but maybe everyone else in the house doesn't know that you four are Bene Gesserit and that you're undercover. Like, Duchess Maria is the only one that knows that you all have that double. Does that make sense? It does to me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
that makes sense.
Maybe we should talk to Maria then.
So it's.
Yeah.
I think it
I don't know if
best
that
should be on
influences
her
the decision,
guard.
but I did want to clarify that because it does make sense. Yeah.
Mm.
Maybe update her. Give her a heads up.
Yes, and that way she can keep herself safe without looking too suspicious.
yeah, I would agree with that.
Cool. So that gives us our kind of homework. We need to alert Maria to the fact that there has been an attempt, but no one else within the house, and just beef up security so that all of those open airways have eyes on them. And are we moving to where the rest of our house is, or are we staying put in the Hotel Zanzibar?
Oh, and the rest of the house, all the performers, most of the people are in this hotel. This is the one
in
next
this
to the
hotel.
Coliseum.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
In fact, I can
which
streamline
case
a
we
bit.
are staying
Yeah,
put.
once you're done, you know all these different things that you want to do. I can streamline some of these things. Like, for instance, you all, before you get some more sleep, make your way over to Duchess Maria's room, waking her up. She was a little, confused, just waking up. What's this about? You explain what happened. She was absolutely worried about it. She had you into the room, had her assistant leave the room so she could have a private conversation about it, where she just says, okay, I don't know what this would be about. Our house is so new that we haven't even had a chance to make enemies. This definitely seems like a direct attack at you four. I don't know what this is about, but I can only assume it has to do with you looking for the Canley list or something. I don't know. I can only assume that because we're such a new house here on Carthog, or on Arrakis, but that could also be a reason. The fact we're a new house, I don't know. Maybe there's another house similar that's upset that we're here. I honestly don't know. This is a
I hope
complete
not.
shock to me.
I hope we're not on the canon list already.
Well,
So
I
if-
guess we should definitely find it to find out then.
So
Indeed.
Maria's in this is a Maria's in the hotel as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, our house is.
So I guess to the sisters, since the attempt was made on us directly and not on Maria, maybe not as much about the house as
This is
Potentially.
true. Yes.
Like I said, we poked the wrong bear, it seems.
Apparently.
Well, the right bear.
But if anyone's got two brain cells to rub together, this hotel is being used by House Sitar.
Mhm.
Largely, most of the occupants here are from the house. I think it would be fair to say that if they've found us out through whatever means and whatever guise we have been presenting ourselves, that now the whole house is at risk.
I was gonna say, yeah, it still does pose a risk, and not just us, but could be anybody.
But if we can draw them to us, all the better.
Mm-hmm.
Do we trust the proprietor of this fine establishment?
I don't think they're compliant in anything, but they're just not the brightest.
It's not his job. Assassins
Yeah.
pay well too.
This is true.
Let's we've warned Maria.
Mhm.
So then let's reinforce these rooms. I guess like after that convo with her, we can have a scout of her room and make sure there are no passageways to the other room next to it or anything like that. That the window is secured and whatnot.
Yeah. You check it all out. Everything looks normal. No holes, no weird. Nothing. You spend some
I
time
checked
in
the
the room.
vent.
Yeah, no, you check everything. Nothing seems
Yeah.
out of the ordinary in her room at all.
Okay.
See, and you all laughed at me for checking our vent in our bedroom.
Didn't come
You
through
thought I
the
was
vent.
crazy. Yeah, but it was close enough. Come on.
I think it's just because you crawled inside of it. That's
So dirty.
But yeah, you can you check it out. Maria feels much better. She said, "Okay, well, let's at least get some sleep. Tomorrow's our premiere opening night. I want to make sure we're performing as well as possible." And and Saya, I imagine, is going to be part of the performance. I imagine all of you are going to be part of the performance. But Maria goes on to explain, like, let's get some sleep, and thanks for securing the room. Let's meet up in the morning at the Coliseum and have our premiere.
What's each of our roles in this performance? I want to know now. Because we didn't actually, I don't know if we stated what our roles were.
Yeah, we never really stated. I mean, you're part of the house and the performance stuff. I know Saya has more of the artistic side of performance.
Narrating.
Yeah, so I
narration,
imagine.
musical.
Yeah, I figure Saya could possibly be part of the actual performance at one point. We could do some type of check to see the quality of performance that she's doing, or orchestrating to the other performers in some way. Like maybe you won't be one of the performers, but someone kind of directing it or something. And that goes for all of you. Feel free to, interject yourself into the play and the fun. Otherwise, if you feel like your character wouldn't be, like Lorella's more of an assassin than a performer, maybe she's more like backstage watching out and security or something. But all of you should be involved with it one way or another. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Either Anaya or myself would be head of security.
I like that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
One of us would be, right?
Yeah.
You can if you want. I could just be a colonel or like a sergeant, essentially, for stage manager. That'd be so funny.
Yeah.
Stage sergeant.
Yeah, stage sergeant. Yeah.
No, that makes sense. Like more, you guys would probably be more on like the stage security side, and then I feel like Yuffie being the more like on the intellect side could either be more like a stage manager, like helping Maria with the organizing, like taking the orders down the chain, so to speak, or could be involved with the actual performance if there's, like Inside said, some narrative parts or some like lore, like teaching parts in between scenes or something. I could see that kind of cool too,
I was gonna say she might even be like the script writer. What is this play about again? Is it about our house?
Propaganda play.
Yeah, I think you were.
Yeah.
And you were stroking Harkonnen's ego a little bit. I think the whole play was kind of showcasing their dominance on Arrakis and you being welcome there and how awesome they are and stuff like that.
Any
I
sandworms they kill every day.
Yeah, there was like
I-
battle scenes and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
I kind of like then Yuffie being one of the writers on this because I feel like she would have fun kind of doing some research on the Harkonnens, understanding like what would kind of strip their ego and like what kind of stuff we could write to really play into that. So I think that would be something
love
she would
that.
enjoy doing.
No, and I can do, and that'll be fun too. Like I said, when we get into it in the performance, I'd love to be doing some checks, whether it's performing or part of the performance thing. Aside from the regular mission stuff going on, we should have fun with that. So I really like that. I think that could come into play. We could even do a couple checks with like communicate or understand for the research you do on Harkonnen, and then communicate with how well you translate it into script form. We could do a couple things there, and then Isaiah, maybe some performance aspect to it, to the actual play, and then Anaya and Lorella, some security, like perceptive sort of check things, and maybe even some stage management, with you.
I also imagined, very much based off one of the movement teachers I had in acting school, hence why I kind of did like a choreography check with them in practice, that maybe I would be putting the performers like through their warm-up at the very least. I'm a strict disciplinarian, so it's kind of a thing of like, before I'm doing I'm doing checks and like,
So you could do fitness coach.
Yeah.
You're
Fitness
a
coach,
bit of a
100%.
Yeah, a bit of a first AD on set, a first assistant director as they're called, and that's usually the person that handles like set safety, and they're usually the person that communicates directly from director to cast. Like you'd kind of be the equivalent of like a first AD, what would be on like a film set. So that makes perfect sense. That's awesome. Let's go with that. Hey, shout out, Boris says hello all, first time in chat. Thanks for joining us.
Hello.
Let's go with that. I like everyone's kind of position in the play aspect. You check your room, you stuff that hole back, but now Yassir is you've taken out the assassin. Yassir's kind of more on top of the hotel right now, especially with authorities coming and going. So you're able to get some sleep, to whatever degree that sleep isn't as restful. Being the circumstances, I imagine it'd be a little bit nerve-wracking, but you do get sleep. And the next day, you're able to kind of take advantage of the complimentary breakfast stuff in the lobby. You meet up with the performers. Maria's down there. Everyone gathers up and then walks across the street to the Coliseum. As you get to the Coliseum, things are already starting. In the Coliseum, there's gladiatorial sort of battles and performances throughout the day. It starts in the morning and it goes all day. It's like that for the next week. And once the gladiatorial sort of battles and entertainment stops sometime around the evening time, there's no like set time because it depends on who dies, survives, how many rounds, that sort of thing. But sometime in the evening when all the battles are done, that's when you come out to perform. It's kind of like the finale performance. Everyone enjoys the entertainment, and then those that are invited or have that sort of VIP access or of that nobility are always welcome to come to the after party. And you've already made your direct invitations to some of those noble houses already. Let's get over to Sirenscape, and let me bring up just a little Coliseum noises. And shout out to Sirenscape. I love their sound sets. It's free to sign up to do a little trial, but they don't have exact Dune sound sets, but there's always stuff that you can use and make work. You come in and basically you're hearing battles going on. Things are happening. People are cheering, and I'm just waiting for the music to start so I can stop it. There we go. Sometimes the music can be a little overpowering, and it's more fantasy D&D style, and I like to take that out for the Dune. But we have all the nice Coliseum sounds. Everybody is, you can hear the battles and things going on as you approach, and then as you kind of make your way to the backstage, you notice that there's some of the sounds and everything sort of muffled down, and now you're backstage. All the performers are kind of going through their routines. They're practicing. You see Maria talking with Coliseum management. Coliseum security kind of comes in through the backstage door just to kind of check on things. Maria just does her checklist with security. They go back, and now you're backstage. It's just all of you, the performers, and Maria. And Maria goes on to explain, it looks like they're just going to be finishing up their battles throughout the day. We just need to run our cast through the routine, make sure everyone's well practiced and ready to go. If you're on security detail, I think we're pretty good. The Harkonnens definitely secure their Coliseum well, but be on the lookout after what happened last night. You never know. I'm going to handle some of this paperwork and just go over some of the timetables and make sure that we're on point, so as soon as this ends, we can get started. Feel free to get into whatever you need to get into to help this move forward, and when it's time, we'll start performing. She kind of walks off into that side room where you were using to practice before to go over stuff with her people. But yeah, what's everybody doing now?
I would assume I'm going to be cracking down on the performers. I don't know if anyone has done any movement training, but there is I believe it's a Japanese form of movement called Suzuki, which is a lot about discipline and about moving exactly on the beat. So it's essentially like an instructor, usually with some sort of drum, will drum, and exactly on the drum you need to move. And like it starts from just little postures from you are fully crouched, and then as soon as the drum sounds, you need to be standing completely, and like standing, squatting, like you need to be getting to these physical points exactly on the beat, and it's not like a shudder, it's you're there is only the movement. And so Sister Anaya will be banging her drum, inspecting the performers, instilling in them the sense that there is only now. When you are performing, there is only the present. There are no mistakes. What you did before is irrelevant. There is only bang, now, bang, and like doing that.
Sister Anaya is very intense.
So was my movement teacher in acting school, if you couldn't tell.
I'm a little scared. Yuffie's a little scared at this.
Yeah, no, the performers fall in line. They love it. They're used to the discipline. They practice all the time. That's what the main domain of the house is about. So all of them are in it, and they're doing a great job. They're on it. They're practicing. In between, they're doing their stretches, they're setting up. Aside from that, you see some of kind of the behind-the-scenes crew of the performance, setting up some of the props, some of the back displays and things that are all on suspensors, and they're just lining them up in order that they need to be floated out the stage, and everything's just being prepared so it can go fluidly from scene to scene, and everything's ready. But while Anaya is kind of preparing the cast and crews getting things organized and all that's happening, what is Yuffie doing?
Probably just reviewing like the show notes, the run of show, reviewing everything, making sure we have everything in place. And yeah, if there's anything I notice that is out of place or not prepared, if there's any like costumes missing, if there's anything, I will try to help like get that ready to go before we start. So just making sure everything is well prepared for the show tonight as far as like the actual show itself goes.
Nice. Let's do an understand though. Let's break down that script so I can kind of map out where that's going to be when the time comes. So let's do an understand for you doing the research on Harkonnens and things to kind of contribute ideas to the script. So let's do an understand, and there's no difficulty here. I just want you to pick a drive. You can use momentum for more than one because this is somewhat going to generate you some momentum, but it's also going to allow me to set a bit of a difficulty level on any sort of countered thing from like the crowd, their interpretation of your interpretation of the Harkonnens into the script.
I do have a focus understand of cultural studies, so
nice.
I feel like that kind of.
Oh yeah, no, that's perfect.
Yeah.
I'll even give 1 through 10 critical success range for that because that's like so perfect for what you're doing right now.
Yeah, that's why I was like, this is
Yeah.
This is right up her alley. So I think statement I might use truth. Because I am trying to, the statement is I seek to uncover the many secrets of the universe, but I think this kind of just plays into really putting on a play, and I know some of it is like propaganda-esque, but really trying to present something that is accurate to the audience. So I think that's what the idea is behind this statement. So do I add anything to to this when I'm doing the inputs on Roll20 because I have a focus, or do I just roll?
No, just roll it,
Normal.
and then we'll know that because
Okay.
I don't think you can adjust your critical success range in there.
Oh,
Does it
so
allow
it
you?
says it just says using focus.
Yeah,
You can.
yeah.
You just say yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
then I'll
Yeah.
just Oh, I see. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Because then, if it gets a critical focus success, it will go blue.
Got it. Okay.
And that's not a bad thing.
So I got 2 successes. It looks like.
Woo!
Nice, and yeah, that's weird that you click on focus and that it would go blue, because a critical success would have to do if it lands within that focus number, but we still increase the critical success range. It doesn't manually do that on the VTT. So let me just
see.
double check that. Oh, and look, you got a 10. That's within the range, so that's a critical
Hey.
success.
Dope.
Yeah, so perfect. So you just generated 3 momentum.
Holy crap.
No.
Yeah, and you
Oh,
did as the best that you could possibly do with 2 dice, because now you've generated
Awesome.
a 3 on that. So yeah, your interpretation of Harkonnen history and lore and things, and kind of manipulating it into the script to be complimentary and stroke their ego and still lay down the facts and the lore. Yeah, you did an amazing fucking job. Like it's great.
nice.
Yay.
Yeah. So at least that's there, and then obviously we're gonna have to do later when there's performance stuff. I want to do some type of maybe a communicate or something, like your ability to kind of translate that script through the performers to the crowd, and then that's where Insaya will come in as well if she's part of performing it. So we'll get
Cool.
to that when the time's right. But awesome job on that. What's Insaya doing while Inaya is prepping the cast? Yuffie's kind of going over last minute script notes and things. What's Insaya doing?
Yeah, so she would be now with her brand new fixed string.
Yeah.
Kind of having replaced the string, just tuning, doing some practicing, but also, since it's very second nature, she's also kind of keeping eyes out on what everyone's doing, who's here, who's coming, who's going.
Oh yeah, yeah. The only thing that you notice, and this doesn't even require any sort of check, but just while practicing tuning up and just being backstage, yeah, it's all cast and crew with the occasional Coliseum security. The typical sort of Carthage security that goes through. Well, the Coliseum has their own sort of security guards that secure the whole Coliseum, and you see they kind of do their rounds. They're usually in pairs. But you see them come out from, there's a backstage, there's like a door in the backstage where they come out. There's a lift sort of elevator that they come out every once in a while. But you notice it seems every, 30 to 40 minutes they seem to cut through backstage, whether through the elevator or stairs. So there's obvious security doing rounds regularly.
Do we have any momentum left?
Yeah,
we just
we
got
just
I
got
just got
generated
3.
3.
Yay! If I may, I would like to spend a momentum to obtain information and use my hyper awareness,
Nice.
which says, whenever you spend momentum to obtain information about a current situation, your current location, or a person you can currently observe, you may ask 2 questions for the first point of momentum spent. Further,
Oh, nice.
the limits of what others would be able to notice do not apply to you for any questions.
Nice.
Because I see all. So my first question would be observing the space that we're in, which I imagine, Anaya, are you doing your work with them kind of back in the backstage area or on
Yeah.
stage or in the backstage?
Yeah, backstage. I'm prepping them.
Which is going to be where the party is, correct?
Yeah,
I believe
eventually,
so,
I guess.
yeah.
After the performance, it'll move backstage.
Yeah, and we can say
Okay, so-
just like that practice room that was backstage, like the room off to the side. We can say there's another sort of little banquet hall room. So the backstage can be for equipment, practicing, loading in and out of stage. But then off to the side, there's a practice room, and then there's a little banquet room for whatever use, and that's where you'll host your after party. We'll say that.
So Inside would be there as well. First question being, looking around the room, does it seem like there would be any sort of structural weaknesses where somebody could slip in, say an air vent, or something that seems a little less secure?
Yeah, you don't see anything that seems to compromise safety or like to be able to get in and out. There seems like there's the big open sort of double door, drop door, whatever in the back, using to load in and out equipment. That's already been closed and locked down. There's a side entrance to get out in and out of there. That's been locked and closed down. The vents that you see are way up to the Coliseum roof. It looks to help with circulation and stuff in the dome. But other than that, yeah, nothing stands out. There's no weak spots or anything like that.
Okay, and then for the second question, the guards that are coming through
Every 30 minutes or so.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of which one of these I would ask. Yeah, we'll go with. No. Okay, so of the performers that we have, and everyone who appears to be working on the production with the house, does anyone look at all out of place or suspicious?
No, all the performers and crew cast, you recognize them all from House Atara, from the brief rundown of showing up to the house with them leaving already. But you did the practice, you did all that the previous day. Yeah, everyone that's there is either part of the house and performing and such, or the occasional security that seems to come through checking on things.
So it may not be an inside job. Got it. Those are my two questions.
Yeah, and what about Lorella? Everybody's kind of doing their own thing, whether prepping cast, doing script stuff, scoping out the area while tuning their instruments. What's Lorella doing?
I'm going to take it upon myself to be stage manager in a sense where I make sure all the tech is working, the lights are ready, and also the times people need to get on stage.
Nice. Yeah, you
Yeah,
have it
so
all.
I'm going to go through that. I have a clipboard and a headset. Like, it looks literally like I'm about to run around and start screaming at people.
Nice. Yeah, you.
Hey, SMs don't scream at people unless you touch the props.
Yeah, you can get all that organized and make sure everything stays on time and at least has some sort of like organization to the chaos, and you're ready just in case the battles are ready for the finale show. They end and you guys got to perform. So yeah, everyone's kind of doing their part. If there's any other specific things that come up that you need to do, mention it now. Otherwise, I'd like to streamline the fights closer to the performance. The gladiator battles have been going on now all day. Afternoon, you guys have been doing prep work and everything that you mentioned, going through script, checking security, stage management stuff. Aside from taking a slight break, to eat a little bit of lunch with the cast and crew, and then get right back to prep work and waiting for the time to perform. And that time has come. It's about late afternoon, early evening when you notice the final battles are sort of happening, and Maria comes out from side stage and says, "Okay, let's get everything ready. We've got to start the performance. This is the final battle." The guy dropped, so yeah, we just have minutes. And you see all the cast and crew kind of scurrying around, organizing everything and getting in line to perform. And yeah, the battle ends. What was that, Larry?
Can I walk around with like a megaphone and be like, 2 minutes, curtain call.
Yeah.
Thank you too.
Thank you too. Yeah. Excellent.
You just get a glare
This is the house
above
of
the mask.
theatre.
Like, literally, I'll look towards all of you and just give you a glare. Like,
Oh, that's protocol.
Nice, but yeah, you get everyone organized. The battle ends, and you hear the crowd kind of cheer as the backstage opens up, and you basically see the big open crowd there. Let me change up the sounds from backstage to being actually out on the stage as it opens, and all the scenery and things kind of get pushed out onto the stage and ready to be used. The first scene is about to start. Let's get try to die down some of the music. There we go. Yeah, let's get some of the performance checks going to at least get it started. And Saya, I imagine you're part of this performance here. Let's do some type of I would say communicate.
Okay.
To help kind of translate some of the performance to the crowd. And this is just going to be a difficulty of 1 because of Yufi's success in the script work. So let me know what kind of drive you think would fit best to like kind of perform this.
I think we're gonna go with power. Power should be determined by those effects. And I do have a focus in music, flute, and voice. So
Oh, nice, perfect. Then yeah, let's get that critical success range increased. We'll go for a 1 through 5 critical success increase because of that being kind of your forte. And yeah, let's do it.
here we go.
Here we go. Oh, there it is. Nice.
Oh,
Success.
we've got
Oh, and a
Oh,
critical
and a complication.
complication. Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, you go out and start the performance. It's going well. People are paying attention and clapping at first and getting into it, and it's translating the way that Yuffie has mapped it out in the script. But at one point, you break another string.
Oof.
Oh man.
Just repaired that.
It always seems like Insaya pulls the complication when she's performing. So yeah, you're breaking another
She's
string.
gonna find the guy
play-
that sold her these strings. She's going to
You-
find.
You play far too hard.
She's out there like, you know,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
waving
Ow.
the loop over her head.
Thrashing. Yeah.
But yeah, you break that, and it seems like some of the crowd is lost in that. It does cause a little bit of like like less energetic, like clapping and cheering along on beat to like some kind of like stop, and even some are like even talking to each other, and it's not as impressive as it should be for an opening. Yeah, no booze yet, but at least.
Better not be a boo. She will go out and be
Yeah.
She will go out and put them down.
Yeah.
Would you say?
And let's do what's Anaya doing during all this?
I'm telling the performers not to scurry. There is no haste makes waste. The performer does everything at the right pace. If you hurry, you lose time. Do you know what I mean? It's like that thing of pace, but not anxiety all over the place. You
Yeah,
can do things fast without doing things recklessly.
exactly. No,
I
everybody.
am keeping them on their discipline.
Yeah, no, and it's well. They're still listening to you from the training that you were doing before backstage, and they're listening. Scene changes over are going smooth. Everybody's able to get in and out and do the performance. But let's just see the overall. Why don't you give me some type of? I'll take communicate.
Yeah.
Because of you translating this to the cast and crew. But I'll also take discipline, just because of it being the main domain.
Yeah, I think it's about discipline.
I like that.
It's instilling them in them this sense of
Yeah, and
we
this
do this.
and this will just be
as one.
just like in size, just a difficulty of 1, just
Yeah.
to make sure you're successfully directing the crew to do all this. But
They don't
Yeah.
rest on that difficulty of 1.
Yeah. I'm gonna say it's duty as well.
okay,
You know,
Nice.
this is the house. This is our display. And yeah, I have a focus of precision. That is 2 successes.
nice. So there's a momentum.
We have 4.
Wow.
Nice. You have 4 momentum.
Excellent.
Keep that in mind.
A lot.
And yeah,
Oh my god.
they're listening to you. Naya's playing well, even breaking a string and slightly losing the crowd. At least you're keeping things on schedule, and
Yeah.
scene changeovers, cast and crew are in and out off stage, so everything's going smooth with that. Yuffie, you've already translated your research into the script very well, but I would love to do some type of check of you as a scriptie. Which is basically someone like on set that goes through the script as you're filming and working or doing theater to make sure you're not missing lines, missing scenes, renumbering orders if things have to be moved at a moment's notice, things like that. You're basically managing the script and the performance in
Right.
that sense. So let's do, again, I think discipline works very well. Unless you want to suggest something else, I'm open to it, but discipline sounds really
I think
good.
discipline. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a focus of observe.
Perfect.
So I'll use that focus with discipline. And I will use. We'll do truth again. I think that the truth statement goes well with this entire play.
Nice.
So.
And that crit success will be 1 through 5 with that because of your focus.
Okay. So maybe I'll also use momentum just to kind
Or
of.
no, it would be whatever your focus number is, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Your
Got
skill
it.
number. Wait, what did you just say? I was referring to what I said, not you.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay. I was gonna say use momentum since we have.
Oh yeah,
since we
you have
want.
plenty of momentum. Yeah.
We have
So yeah, and obviously it's for the scene. So let's do some momentum as well, which I didn't include in this.
Oh god. Oh god. Complications everywhere.
Oh no! Yeah, I rolled a 20.
I've never seen so many 20s.
So can I use the momentum to?
Yeah, you can use momentum to re-roll, I believe. Let me just double check that.
Okay.
And yes, Bowser
Yeah.
is here, Rufio. He's just waving his hand, but you can't see him.
Oh, it's to add in. The re-roll is on. Is that a determination? Yeah, it's determination points, which you don't have right now.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Twice,
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and don't forget you can use
Oh,
momentum to create new traits and stuff as well, which can help you in rolls. But you have to do that prior to the roll. Yeah.
Right.
But
right.
but yeah, your script work, it's lining up. Everything that you've researched is there, and it's translating well. But we do need some type of complication. I think maybe a complication within that sort of action might be, maybe some of the research that you did that you've implemented into the script in certain scenes maybe got placed in the wrong scene, or one of the cast started acting out that scene in the wrong order, because I don't want to take away your success in all that awesome research, because that was such a great role and it's been put into the script, but we got to think of some type of complication here. So yeah, I would say maybe the cast kind of fumbles up because you placed the information in the wrong chapter or whatever. And it just makes things a little bit confusing, so it adds a confusing trait to the performance moving forward. So now if we do another performance check, which we will towards the end, a sort of finale prior to you getting to do your after party, there's going to be that extra trait of it being possibly confusing, which could increase the difficulty. So just keep that in mind.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, you were at least able to kind of get that organized and make sure that that's moving forward. And yeah, I'll wait for. I was just gonna say I'll wait for Lorella, and then let's streamline to the performance. Now that everybody's been able to put into the performance, put into the script, put into the cast and crew, check out the area for security, get all that going. It is going. So the whole performance goes on throughout the entire play, and now you're kind of at that climactic ending, the finale, so be it, which is, we'll say, the last scene. It kind of showcases the Harkonnens coming into power of Arrakis and dominating spice trade and coming to the true position they should have always been in. You're kind of stroking the ego. So this finale showcases their position and power, but it also kind of portrays like how finally, how well deserved, that sort of vibe. But let's do let's do a performance check on this. It's gonna be a difficulty of 2. It would have been a 1, but it's a 2 because of the complication with the script stuff. Who wants to head this up? This is gonna be one of you. This is gonna be communicate. And I'm down with whatever drive that would make sense, but this is strictly just kind of a generic finale scene to put a cap on the entire performance.
I
Yeah.
can do it.
Definitely not me.
Do it.
I have a terrible communicate.
Yeah, mine's not the best either.
Do we have any more motivation?
We have 3.
Moment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
momentum. Keep in mind momentum.
Or momentum.
The 2s, anything you want to use. This is the last scene of the Performance Coliseum. After this finale, everything's moving backstage and prepping for the after party. So momentum will not move past this point.
Fuck it, use all 3.
Can we?
Do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll
There
use
are
it.
rules. It's a game.
I'll use all. We're gonna do it. And then,
you
do we have
can-
any negative 2s? I'll take one of those too.
You can use the 3
no, we
momentum
don't
to
have any
generate 2
negative
more
2s,
dice if
unfortunately.
you want.
Let's do it.
Oh yeah, no, I'm doing it. We're gonna have
Yeah.
4
4
dice.
dice.
Let's do
I'm using a
it.
focus. Yeah, it's gonna work well. Hey, look at
Wow.
all that success.
Wow.
Oh my
Wow.
goodness.
Let's
Holy
go.
shit.
Let's go. This is. We better get a
Yeah.
standing ovation for
Yeah.
this
Something that
performance.
Ron Smash brought up in
Move
chat.
Move people to tears.
Go.
Yeah.
So good. People
Climax
The
start
comes
Harkonnens are beautiful people.
Yeah, the climax comes and then inside changes the string out while playing.
Oh yeah.
Amazing.
Puts it into the show.
Yeah, I would
So
say
good.
you were absolutely able to trade out that string. If you remember, you did buy extras when you were at the market and you had strings. So you able to quickly get that in, tune it, and rock that last scene, as well as the rest of your crew and cast kind of joining in. Yuffie doing script work, Lorella watching out, everyone. It comes across so well that there's a moment of silence. Where even the people that were slightly confused and kind of drawn back by the previous little fumbles throughout the play, they're just all set back. Moment of silence, and then crowd just roaring and cheering. And you even see that custom VIP Baron's booth up there. Like you see that whole sort of private booth that's up in the top center kind of separate. The Suspensor separates out from the booth and comes hovering down to the stage, going across the Coliseum, and it's literally like right down in front of the stage, and you see like the Baron, the whole Harkonnen nobility family there and their assistants and workers. Like there's maybe about 20 to 30 people on this unit platform, but it comes right down to the front, and you actually see the Baron himself stand up out of his chair, and he looks down and makes eye contact with all of you, and then stops on you and Saya, and he actually claps, and then he goes like this to the crowd, and then the crowd starts really going off and cheering towards him, and they start chanting.
We're the best.
Yeah, they start chanting Harkonnen. So like the cheers go from all House Sitara and the impressive performance to the Baron coming down and almost stealing the spotlight a little. He cheers
course.
you on getting it, and now they're cheering
Yeah,
Harkonnen. But hey, that
We did our
was
job.
exactly. I was just gonna say, if that wasn't the purpose of this play to stroke his ego and the Harkonnens, that was the time. Yeah, that was the time to get all those successes and put a cap on the event.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely perfect. The
Yeah.
platform goes back to his private booth as the crowd just goes on cheering. The curtains close, and Duchess Maria comes running out on the stage, and she's like, "Oh my God, that was amazing! I was so worried during the performance when your string broke and things didn't match up with script during that third scene, Yuffie. I thought we were fucked, but then it came back around, and that finale was just perfect, and you saw the Baron himself came down." This is great for House
Yes,
Sitara. I couldn't
I
be
saw.
happier. Ladies, seriously, thank you so much. Feel free to relax for the time being. We'll get the after party set up and ready. Take the time for yourselves. You deserve it.
Well, good job, everybody. I think we
Good
really
job.
managed to pull that off in the
Rousing
end.
success.
Yes, agreed.
It appears
Good.
that we've made a wave with the Harkonnens.
This should absolutely seal us in with the Harkonnens. Well, I won't say absolutely, but it definitely helped a lot.
I think for dramatic effect as well, Lorella would in celebration, or if like every night we did performance, if it goes well, it goes bad, whatever, she's still gonna snap the clipboard over her knee, just in like in true, because she got, she's an aggressive little being.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do that, and some of the actors notice it and look over, and they just go, yeah, and then they like break a couple props too.
Yeah, exactly. Oh god.
Well, it looks
We're
like
gonna need a lot of
we're
clipboards.
christened
run
this
out of-
stage.
We need more clipboards, I think.
Yeah, and I like Bronx Smash says, you did such a good job, you earned a 15-minute break from your job.
Yeah.
Thank you, 15.
Yeah, absolutely true, though. The Duchess, you see her going on with the cast and crew, kind of barking orders, and cast and crew, they all look like they're in high spirits. That, the ending to that play saved everything. No one's even thinking about the broken string or the script fumble. Like, that ending just made the whole thing look amazing. And yeah, cast and crew, they look happy. They're out setting up. You can see the side room with catering food and some assistants in there setting up things, and cast and crew are kind of going in there. You also notice that one of the side entrances that leads out to kind of the Coliseum area is open. There's a couple security guards there, and you see people kind of filtering in, like different groups of people. It's easy to kind of tell these are different noble families coming down from the crowd, coming for the after party, cutting through, going to that side banquet hall, and it's starting to fill up with people. You even notice some of the other noble families that you've invited have arrived. You see House Banter, you see House Eso to Platis with Fran and Utley, you see Zanir and Mantle, all four of the noble houses that you've invited to kind of interrogate and mingle and talk to have arrived, as well as others from the crowd. You even see at one point extra security come in and kind of like part everybody and back them up as some of the Harkonnen family come. The Baron's not there, but you do see some of the other from the noble house come back there, and they go over and talk to Maria, shake her hand, kind of paying some respect, and they turn and they just kind of gesture towards all of you and the crew and cast, and then they go back out. They don't seem to be attending the after party, but they stop to at least show face and give compliments. That counts for something, because normally they wouldn't give a fuck, but Harkonnens are actually like impressed by your play, you can tell. Also, Cold Spider, there's a +2. I'm going to hold on to that for next month, because this is where we're ending our session with a very successful climactic finale to the play.
We're the best.
We did it!
We didn't get poisoned. We didn't die.
I like how you're like, woo, the Harkonnens like us.
Yay!
That's so
I don't want to
funny.
be
We can do whatever we want, whenever we want. Oh,
Harkonnens.
wait.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Won't even need a Canley list if they don't like you. They'll just
I
I know,
outright kill
like,
you.
fuck the main
Yeah.
mission. Now you know Harkonnens got you, so you're good now. No,
We're
that
gonna
was,
do more. Canley list, no. Put on more plays.
Yeah. That's fine. No, that was great. That was awesome. Like I said, I wanted to put in a couple little performance check things, or think of ways to do it between different characters, since not everybody's performing. And I really like the way that all of you came up with creative ideas to inject your character into the performance in one way or another, whether working crew stuff or cast stuff or performing or whatever. I thought it was great. Everybody had a part in it, and there's definitely more to come. We're leaving, we'll start next month right where we left off, starting with your after party. All the noble families have gathered there. Everyone's there. You're all in there. Food and drink, mingling. It'll be a great session for some role playing, some interrogating, some questions, talking to
be fun.
the noble families and stuff, maybe getting a little headway towards that Canley list and black market stuff. But yeah, again, such great roles, great performance. At least the Harkonnens are impressed. The crowd was absolutely impressed. You made a great impression for House Satara, so that was awesome. Also, thanks so much for chat, for all those +2s for me, and also all those -2s for the cast and stuff. I ended up not using those +2s because, I was going to use it, but then I didn't during that contested stuff, because I knew that assassin was going to have the poison tooth, and it was going to be really brutal. Like, it could have gone a completely different way, and I had things planned out for that would have been crazy. But that's why I didn't want to use that +2, because I already knew it was going to be a really sticky situation. But I'm going to hold on to those for next session or in the future because I am going to use them. I really appreciate when chat spends those points to be part of our story, and I don't want to miss out on any of that shit. So thank you so much. Also, thanks so much to all of you for being part of the cast and playing with me every month, and also picking up dates when we need them. I really appreciate that. I know all of us are busy as fuck. We all stream and put out content, and for all of us to come together and make it happen, it just means a lot to me. I really appreciate it. So yeah, everybody, we'll see you next month. Take care.
Yeah.
Bye.
Cybernation Uncensored.